Alright, and we're live. It's Lucknow Super Giants versus the Rajasthan Royals. We've got Saurabh joining us. Apologies once again. We've been fashionably late, and I don't know if I can say we when it's been me who's been the reason for all of that. Anyways, that and much more. We've got lots to talk about. But Saurabh, first things first, how's IPL been treating you so far?
IPL's been treating me great, man. I always enjoy the IPL. I've been enjoying it for the last 10 years. I didn't enjoy it when it started, but ever since T20 has evolved to what it should be and continued to proceed on those lines, I really enjoy watching the game as such. And IPL is high quality versus high quality all the way through. So I
Completely
love
agree
it.
with that.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
fact, one
So
thing
you
that I'll
are
be enjoying. Yeah.
you wait
No.
before anything. We are wearing Rajasthan Royals jersey, and
Yeah.
you wear the jersey of the team who you want to lose. So are you supporting Lucknow Super Giants? Has Lucknow Super Giants fan count gone to 11 with you, apart from the 10
Yes.
family members or
Exactly.
whatever?
I
Okay.
think I've opened the account in Bangalore. I should be opening Lucknow Super Giants FC in Bangalore. Like, I don't think there's
You
anyone
should.
else in Bangalore. Yeah. Who's
Absolutely.
supporting them. So it's on me. It's on me. I've taken the onus. I'll call Sanjeev Goenka and tell him, "Ki saab, thoda kuch karo yahan pe." But one thing I'll have to say before you spoke about you enjoying the IPL. One thing I'll enjoy today is the fact that we'll be on the same stream finally. So which means I won't be getting spoilers in advance. So I can just rest in peace. So that's good to know. I'm just having a
Sha-
look at the 11 as well. Yeah. Sorry. You were saying.
Shami has started with a wide, and actually I enjoy the spoilers a little, man. Like Rob will tell me, "Oh, that was this thing," and he'll tell me exactly what happened, and he'll tell me, "Watch for it," and then I watch for it, and
No,
okay,
that way I agree. That way I agree. I've told previously as well. It's essentially us having front row tickets to the Watchalong itself. We are also spectators,
yeah,
like everyone in the chat. It's just that we can directly now talk to Jared
yeah.
and the likes. So it's good. It's good.
We don't need to put super chats to get be heard. That's the
Exactly.
difference.
Exactly. So that works. That works in our favor. Ooh, that actually puts
Oh,
in
that
line. I thought it was
looks
yeah,
close. Yeah,
yeah,
that pitched in
yeah,
line.
yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. I want to see what Hawkeye has to say on that.
I want to see what the ball tracking says. But Rishabh Pant, will this be the second game in a row that he has not taken a review that could have got him a wicket?
Oh my word. I thought he would still be suffering from the
So,
PTSD of that previous non-review, and
so
here comes the other one.
obviously Jaiswal will score a 50 now if he's out and Pant didn't take the review.
Well, that's what RR will be hoping for. Oof, well left, and the ball's doing a fair bit there. But any changes? I saw Brijesh Sharma still in the 11 for RR.
Yes, so no changes for RR. Mayank Yadav finally gets a game for LSG, and
Ooh.
he comes in for Avesh Khan, and Digvesh
Okay.
Rathi comes back in
Oh,
for M. Siddharth. Okay, that was missing.
alright, that's
Rishabh
missing.
Pant
That's
can
bounced. Yeah. He was sigh
go
of
over it.
relief for sure. Yeah.
Yes, Rishabh Pant can
Good
rest
for
easy.
him.
So Digvesh Rathi is back for M. Siddharth. I thought M. Siddharth actually bowled well in the last match, but
Yeah.
Digvesh Rathi also has shown a lot of promise last season. That one
Yep.
is just zagged away like anything, right?
But I'll be
That's
honest, I don't think that was a wide. It moved away very late. I felt it moved away
no.
after crossing the crease.
I think it was a wide. Let's
Yeah?
see on the replay.
Yeah, I want
If
to
it
see that.
wasn't,
I
they
want
would
to
have.
see that.
Shami would have definitely wanted to review that, right? Like no
But
bowler
it's
wants to
one of
get a
those
wide.
optical illusions, right? Rishabh Pant's
Oh,
dive past first slip. So from there
could
to.
be.
Yeah. That's what I felt.
Actually,
I could be wrong.
no runs of the bat yet. Huh? The only runs they've had is
Yep.
through extras.
Oof,
Oh,
yep.
okay. How great is it to watch Mohammad Shami bowl like this, man? Like it's a sight that cricket has missed for a while.
100%. And in fact, it's not something I was even expecting. I'll be honest, after that last season with SRAs, I thought, yeah, Shami's done and dusted probably. And in fact, I was borderline loathing LSG for trading him. And I thought, auction mein chala jata, you could have gotten him for cheaper. There was no reason for them to spend so much money. But yeah, I mean, he's proven us wrong. So that's very great to see, to be honest. First
Us
runs off the bat, by the
don't
way.
include
Spoiler
me
alert.
in that. Don't
Oh,
include me in that us.
fair, fair,
So
fair,
I
fair,
was going
fair,
to
fair, fair.
say, yeah, okay, so that's down leg again.
Yeah.
That okay in Rob's book that is like pathetic fielding, and like yeah, we probably should have saved that. Who was the
By
guy?
the way, I did not see who the fielder was yesterday. There was this delivery. that was nowhere
Yeah.
remotely close to the fielder, apart from the fact that it was in the general direction of where the fielder was. And I was like, ah, come on, man. You need to catch those. And just the sheer, I mean, indifference with which he said that. Who was the fielder?
I can't
Mukul?
see. Okay, Mukul is not a very good fielder from what I've seen.
Yeah, he was keeping last game as well. So,
Uh, no, so for Rob, the ball is within fielding range if it's on the same latitude. Anyway,
yeah, that's it. That's it.
if
That's all that matters. If someone's fielding on near fine leg and if the ball goes even in the square leg region, that's leg side. Of course, the ball had to be fielded. So, yeah.
but yeah, so for Shami, I am not entirely surprised to see him bowl like this for two reasons. One is
Okay.
he showed certain signs in the domestic season, which
Hmm.
I
True.
I I
True.
managed to watch a little bit of it, and it seemed like it was not as much as this maybe, but this also is just 4 overs, so maybe he can do it better. But he did seem to be getting back the zip, and also with Shami throughout his career, I have seen these sort of ups and downs phases of his happen where it looks like, oh man, this guy is washed. This guy, what is he doing? And then in the next test sometimes, or in the next innings sometimes, suddenly he comes like like a typhoon. I asked him one time in the 2018 India tour of South Africa, just with Bumrah's debut
Oh,
series. The
yep.
start of the pace playing pandemic happened because that the test was from 2nd or 3rd January, the first test. So there was this phenomenon called second innings Shami, I think, which started from that series. If you look at his figures in the first innings of that series versus the second innings, there's like a stark difference.
Okay.
And in one of the press conferences, I asked him that Shami bhai, आपका जो फर्स्ट इनिंग्स फिगर्स है ये है, सेकंड इनिंग्स ये है, आपको क्या लगता है क्या हो रहा है, इज इट दैट सेकंड इनिंग्स में क्योंकि यू हैव बोल्ड रिदम बेटर आता है एंड ऑल. सो ही जस्ट लुक्ड एट मी लाइक, पता नहीं तुम लोग को क्या चाहिए कि हर जगह आके कोई तूफान जैसे बॉलिंग करे क्या.
Fair. Fair.
which was very funny, but which is exactly how he bowls at his peak. Like he does this
Oh.
tufan business, like
At
which
his
is
peak, there's very little comparable to what Shami does. Like Shami, I mean, I don't know if the comparison makes sense. Like Bumrah, for all his skills, he's a lot more unorthodox. Shami is old school, fast bowling, just the seam presentation, the wrist position, the way he runs, and it's poetry in motion when he's actually in rhythm, in full flow. So you just can't compare such things.
I mean, for me, Bumrah is also poetry in motion. But yeah,
Of course.
you are new to Combox, so I am the president of the Jasprit Bumrah fan club. Although
Ah, okay.
Behram has
How do
tried to
I
take
avail
that.
its membership?
You have to send subscription to a secret bank account. I'll tell you which one.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. You were saying Behram what tried to displace you or tried to ban the
Tried to
association
usurp
altogether?
usurp. No. He tried to
Oh,
usurp my spot, and but now that he's not there, I have reclaimed it.
yep.
So his reasoning was that so we had a test and T20 auction, in both of
Okay.
which he outbid me for Bumrah. But what I did is what Bumrah would do. Bumrah constructs processes. He doesn't go after the magic
Okay.
ball. So I didn't
Okay.
go for him beyond a certain point where it would have been untenable to build the rest of the squad. So like Bumrah will not bowl one magic ball and 5 bad balls. So that's what I did. So Behram outbid me for Bumrah, which is why he tried to claim membership. But I was like, I was more true to the Bumrah process. So therefore I have it still.
Wow, you've really internalized what Bumrah
Yes.
stands for. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll give that to you. By the way, back-to-back
Uh,
fours there for Vaibhav
back to
Suryavanshi,
back.
who started
Yes.
off. Yeah, excellent start. Excellent start for him. Prince Yadav, 13
Yeah.
runs conceded, 4 overthrows. 4 overthrows, that's just so bizarre. So bizarre.
Yeah.
After seeing that
Anyway,
five, I was really hoping, Jared and I, we were speaking about this last week where we've not seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 happen in the IPL. So like 5 has happened, which is the most rare of all the sort of instances. So let's now hope a 6, everything happens already 2, 4, so that puts paid to those plans.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
let's see what happens. But what are you expecting from today's game? Any team that you're backing in
I
particular?
I mean, I would be surprised if LSG win. That's my thing. I just think the RR top order firepower is, and uh, they have they have good bowling. I mean, their bowling also is sort of, I think they do much better in the first 10 overs than in the last 10. That's mainly because
Oh yeah,
Jofra
yeah.
is much better in the first half than in the second. Okay,
So is
that's
Burger. I mean, Burger's also been
so is
excellent with the
Burger.
new ball
Yeah.
for them. Yeah.
Oh,
In fact, if I'm
that's
not wrong, they've been the best bowling side in the power play so far this season. Like they've been
so is it.
fantastic there. They've not conceded
So
runs.
you
They've
know
taken
this
wickets left, right, and center. Yeah.
last three games consecutively, Jofra has got a first ball wicket. So
Oh,
no wonder
oh,
they have been very good in the power play.
yeah. It's
So
just that they've lost to KKR and who was it before that? SRH, both sides who weren't doing well when they played then. So
hmm,
yeah, that's something that they will be wary of. This LSG
yeah,
side, I still want to believe this LSG side is not as bad as they've been made out to be. I still think they're better players than say KKR, SRH to some extent, even I'll say Mumbai based on current form. It's just, yeah, it's not coming together for them. Yeah. Pant hasn't worked. Purin has just been so badly out of form. You can't do anything about that.
hmm. I I don't know. I don't share your optimism about their side. I had them as my bottom two. I had them in the bottom two at the
Oh,
start of the season. Yeah,
I had KKR
because
and I want to say I had MI as my bottom two. MI or SRH. No, not SRH. KKR and MI or GT, one of them. Yeah.
MI, huh? That's surprising.
Yeah,
MI
yeah.
was generally everyone's favorite at the start of the season.
Nah, I've not rated MI since the mega auction. Last year it was Bumrah single-handedly taking them through to the playoffs. नहीं तो मतलब वो side थोड़ा
Sky
ऐसा
too.
once. Sky, of course. Sky with the bat
Yeah,
and Bumrah with the ball. There were two players.
yeah.
That's it. So yeah. It's one of those again. It's got to do less with me not rating their players enough. Of course, they've got all the talent in the world. It's just
Hmm.
it's not as simple as bringing the best players together and making a team. It's about what the camaraderie is, what the vibe is like inside the dressing room. And of what little I've heard, it doesn't seem like the makings of a very good side. So yeah, that really plays a role.
Hmm. Anyway, yeah.
Ooh,
So I
what a shot! By the way, I've got two streams on. One is well ahead. One is the TV stream. I've just seen Jaiswal cut it so ferociously past one. That's a shot to watch now. You should actually watch this.
so your happiness at having the same stream just lasted 10 balls only.
Yeah,
Oh
because I
yes.
realized, in the comments, there were people like, "How are we ahead of you guys?" I was like, you know what? Let's have both on. In case if there's something that's worth watching, we'll break it to the audience as well. If there isn't, I wouldn't bring anything up. So don't worry. You were talking about MI though, sort of.
No, no. Feel free to spoil it. Huh? I don't mind.
Hmm.
I know. I was saying why LSG was amongst my bottom two is because it seems like they need a lot of players. Like Puran started last season in Chris Gale-esque form and then tailed away.
Yeah.
If we had
Yeah.
continued that, no, like I don't have the confidence that Puran can do that for a whole season. And the way he has started now, I don't even know if he can do it for one match. That is a different matter. But
Fair. Fair.
I don't have the confidence in Mitchell Marsh, Aiden Markram, and Rishabh Pant that I would have in any other team's top three.
True. True.
Uh,
True. Fair. Fair.
their bowling is very exciting, but is very unfit, which is why like they can't they even when Mohsin Khan is fit, they can't play him in every game because he's still too fragile to be played in every game.
Fair
Uh,
enough.
Mayank Yadav is another. So that is why I had them as a very dysfunctional sort of side. I mean, for me, a lot of things needed to fall in place for them to be challenging for a playoff spot, more than what needed to fall in place for others, except for KKR, which is why I had both of those teams as
Hmm.
my two.
For me, to be clear, like LSU was not a part of my top four. LSU was my contender for dark horses. Like this was a side that I felt if they get on a roll, especially because of that pace attack, it had it was very Tom Moody coded. You know, when Tom Moody was SRH's coach, once again, build a solid bowling lineup, build a solid pace attack in particular, and then hope your batters just do well. That time they had Warner, they probably hoped that Pooran would be able to emulate that role of consistently providing them runs at a good clip. That's just not happened. Pant hasn't happened. Marsh Markram haven't been able to replicate last season's numbers. Badoni has been not too bad. Mukul single-handedly has already won them a game. Oh, that's what a catch. That's a catch and a half from Rishabh Pant. First blood drawn by Mohammad Shami. Excellent, well-directed bouncer. Saurabh, watch this catch. Fantastic stuff, Pant. Fantastic. Wow.
Well He's hit 3 4s in a row, by the way, Jaiswal.
Yeah.
And
well done.
Oh,
well
okay.
Done.
Yeah, that's a nice grab by Pant.
Nice grab.
Jump. And yeah, I think that's a good bouncer, man. Like it didn't allow Yashasvi to really.
Excellent line that. Yeah, you just couldn't do anything about it. You couldn't fend it off. You couldn't do anything. So well done.
Yeah.
Much needed wicket just for Lucknow.
I think he chose the right option, Jaiswal. He chose the option to attack it, which was maybe the only way he could have sort of survived it. You know, if it gets a top edge and sort of goes over the keeper's head or something. If he had tried to do anything else, he had to either sway out of the way, duck, or he would have been out fending.
Yep. Very true. Attack was in all likelihood the only option he had. By the way, Maglu also makes a fair point. I don't know if it's Muglu, whatever the pronunciation is. To be frank, they're missing Inglis and Hasranga, and maybe even Shahbaz, who gives them better composition. Shahbaz, I won't think too much of. Hasranga, pata nahi, but Inglis, yeah.
I give them no margin for missing those two. Inglis, we knew beforehand. Now, you can say that his reasoning is completely stupid, and he shouldn't have been bought in the auction. Inglis.
Yeah, fair.
They went and spent money on him. Hasaranga has not lasted a single IPL season without breaking down. Not one single. Now, if you're taking that punt on an Indian fast bowler like Mayank or Mohsin, I can understand. But on an overseas where you have a limited quota, like Hasaranga is always a gamble. So I don't give them that margin.
Fair, that's also a fair argument there. Like with the pace attack, though, just to counter your point, I completely agree with you that they are. Oh, what a ball! He's practically cut Dhruv Jurel in half, and he's gotten another wicket there. Fantastic stuff. First bowler for Dhruv Jurel. What a ball! What a ball! Pitched outside off stump. I want to say it slightly seemed to be off the surface. This wasn't movement in the air. It was off the surface. Dhruv Jurel had no answers.
Oh!
Ball, bhai, ball.
That is Shami at his best. That is Shami at his best.
It's done off the surface. Wow.
That he's almost doing it to tell me what were you talking on the live? Look at that.
Yeah. So that's true. That's true.
And supporting your point of view that with that pace attack, which looks very.
This is exactly what I was getting to as well. With them, just because of the sheer volume, they're playing the volume game here because they've got like 7 pacers. You have 7 pacers. You don't need to worry if none of them are fit for the entire season. You just need 3 of them to be fit at a point in time, and I think that's all they're trying to do. They're not trying to have everyone fit all the time. They're just trying to have 3 fit pacers, and I think they've done a decent job of having 3 fit pacers. Meanwhile, Umang, in case you're surprised, man, who on earth are you supporting? I think by now you should have caught on. It's like that Bangladesh fan. If you remember, sort of that meme of this Bangladesh fan. मेरी मर्जी, हमारा target ही नहीं है जीतना. So like that, it's based on my mood.
I've not seen that. But hearing your description, I need to watch it now.
Oh, yeah. You should. So it's a spoof interview where someone asks a Bangladeshi fan, so why aren't you winning? They're like, we don't want to win. It's not our aim to win. We don't want to win. So like that, meri marzi hai bhai. I don't know who am I going to support, but today I'm definitely backing the Lucknow Super Giants. RAJ jersey is for shits and giggles. If they do well, I can shamelessly just say, oh yeah, RAJ jersey. Of course, I'm supporting the Royals. So that's how it is. But yeah, that was vintage Shami for sure.
This has worked out well. Like we get to see vintage Shami, and he has not yet taken Vaibhav Suryavansh's wicket. Everybody wants to watch him bat, right? Like no matter which team you support. So. It's like the Tendulkar in the 90s, no? Like the opposition was like, yeah, we want our team to win, but we are okay if Sachin gets like a 50, 70 or 100.
That's true. So, that's very true. Oh
So I'm
man.
I'm happy that actually watching Shami in this sort of form bowl to Vaibhav would be quite something. He's been off strike for the whole over though, so I don't know
Yep.
if we'll get to see it unless on your stream a single has been taken and we'll get to see. No.
No, no. Now Suryavanshi is still facing Mohsin Khan right now. Like Shami, we'll have to see what
Shami's.
happens.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Will
yeah.
they give Shami a third over? I would
I
give him a
would,
third
I
over.
would.
Yeah,
For sure, for sure. There's no point holding him back. He's not even your designated death overs bowler or something. So might as
yeah.
well just go. Yeah.
I uh, I don't know. Rishabh Pant's captaincy can be like sometimes too funky for his own good. So I hope he gives Shami the third over.
Agree, agree. I think this should be captaincy 101 in all likelihood. I mean, if your lead pacer is doing well with the new ball, just give him. We've seen it
Yeah,
time and time again, but I agree with you. I agree with you. Pant has at times been too funky for his own good.
yeah,
And it doesn't help. Like, this is something I've actually spoken about, in women's cricket context, because there are so many bowling options every 11 you see, because a lot of them bowl. Just having so many options confuses captains. Who do I go to? And they just try to use bowlers because they have. And that is something that even Punch should be wary of, because he has so many pacers at his disposal. You know what? Let me
yeah,
try a bit of this. Let me try a bit of that. Mat karo. If someone's bowling in good rhythm, just go. Just go for it.
yeah. No, I 100% agree with you. It's and yeah,
Let
I
us.
really hope we do get to see another Shami over. Uh, who was the other opening bowler?
Sorry, what were you saying? Who was?
Who bowled the other over? Apart. Oh, Jared's here.
If you wanted to leave, Saurabh, I'm not saying you have to leave. I'm not suggesting that you leave.
I will have to leave in about two or three balls after this over. But did you catch those wickets, Jared? Did you see how Shami was bowling?
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
I've seen everything so far. It's just good, really good bounce and carry on this wicket, isn't it?
yeah. This wicket is strange, huh? At the Ekana Stadium, 1 year it just doesn't come on. It's the slowest of all time. You score only 120 and you win the match. Now it's got bounce and carry. It's like yeah, it's very schizo.
It's fascinating watching Vaibhav bat as well when the ball is nipping around a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Although he's hit this straight up in the air, and he could be caught. He should be caught. He is caught. Is that Digvesh out there that's taken that catch? I think it is. Certainly, there's a lot of hair there, and it was going to be the first maiden of his career. He decided it wasn't going to be the first maiden of his career, and it was in fact the first wicket maiden of his career.
okay. Vaibhav is still batting on my stream.
We can't hear you, Akshay. If that is what you're trying, if that's what you're trying to tell us, we can't hear you.
Yeah. Now you guys can hear me now?
Yes, now we can.
Geez, thank you so much.
I think Weber is about to. Okay, now he's about to get out on my screen, my stream, and like Weber is out. So I have no reason to stay in this match, so I'll
You're
I'll
done.
leave you two to it. Bye, guys. Maybe I'll be able to come back a little bit later on, a lot later on, maybe. I'll see you.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, there's not a lot to watch in this game, anyways. Bye bye.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad I've come when the game's already over, guys. No,
Exactly.
not already over. I've seen Lucknow bat.
Oh. Also, I wanted to actually ask Saurabh, Jared, does the Ekana have a mix of black and red soil surfaces like in Ahmedabad where they can choose whatever they want?
I think so, doesn't it?
That's what I remember as well. The newer stadiums, they've all gone for a mix of both surfaces so
Yeah.
they can choose. Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens, by the way. Since you weren't here, Jared, I decided to throw in a few rumors about you and how you've been with cricket. I hope that's all right with you.
How I've been with cricket.
Yeah.
What,
That was as
sexually?
vague as I could. I was actually
Are you
building
saying
up to
I'm
that.
having sex with cricket? I don't understand what you mean.
I was so vague with it, even I was thinking, what the hell am I supposed to mean by that? But since you directly went, right there into sexual, I don't know what to say, innuendos? That's not even an innuendo. It was there. It was just straight up. You just said sex. So I don't
Can
think
I-
I can come back from that.
I can tell you one of my favorite stories when I first moved over to the UK, and it was my wife at the time. Sorry, my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, and so she went to Oxford and Cambridge. So most of her friends
Oh
are from
my
Oxford
God.
and Cambridge, And of course, I never finished high school, and suddenly with all these posh English people for the first time in my life. Half volley on leg stump, flicked away, should be 4. Lovely shot by Parag here. And they were all making sexual innuendo, right? And so they would do it, and then I would add to it. And every time I did, the whole room went silent, right? Every time. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Everyone is talking about sex. How come when I talk about sex, everyone's getting really weird, right? And then after a while, what I realized is they were talking specifically in innuendo, and I was talking specifically highly graphic.
Oh.
So was I adding to the joke? Yes. But was I completely twisting and breaking the construct of the joke? Absolutely, without doubt. As this is left alone outside off stump, Parag after hitting the boundary off the last one. So yeah,
talk about
I
keeping it subtle there.
I usually ruin innuendo is the point of that story.
All right. Message received. In case if
I've just
I
had a
ever
look.
make sexual
Ikana
innuendos.
definitely has black soil pictures. It seems like they don't have as many of them as other places, just based on a little bit of research I've done here. But they definitely have one.
But that's always handy to have, to be honest. And that's another boundary I want to say. Yeah. Oh, geez. All right.
The boundary was the one before. I've already called that 8 years ago.
I don't know. Like, the thing is, the stream, the whatever stream that Deepak has shared with me, it tends to like pause and play a lot. So at times it just goes back and comes forward. So that's why.
Yeah, it is a pain. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's also there's one that's really, really quick that you can find out there, which is it's really quick, but sometimes you can barely see that cricketers look like humans on it. And so you're seeing the game like 15 seconds earlier than any other human being, but you can't actually see who has done what.
Got it. So that's why I have both the streams playing. So in case if I miss something, I can go there and check that. So now it makes sense why you need 2 streams. So fair enough.
Yeah, that's why I always have the second one. Like, also the having the TV stream allows you to go back and have a look at things, right? So if
That's true.
it's easier to rewind it, whereas with these other Techia streams, you don't really want to be trying to rewind them more.
Oh, no. I made the mistake of doing that once and I suffered almost like for half an hour. So yeah.
I have the NBA streams on my app, and for some reason, I think now I can play them through my TV, but for ages I had to play them through my phone or my iPad. And quite often I will stop and pause it when I'm leaving the room or something, when I'm watching an NBA game and disappearing. But the NBA app, I've always thought, allows you about 4 times of pausing it. Once you pause it 4 times, whatever happens after then could be completely random. You might just lose sound. You might fast forward, then rewind. You might suddenly be watching another game. Like all these sort of random things start happening, and it's like, it's so painful. So it's like, now I'm just like, maybe it's just better to miss 5 minutes of the basketball rather than like try and come back and be like, why can't I watch the game anymore?
Agreed. Not worth it. Okay, let's see what happens. By the way, 5 overs done. I missed the last 2 balls there. 5 overs done, 37 for 3. And that's 5 dot balls in a row there.
Yep. So a lot of dot balls. We've had a wide, a 4, and 5 dot ball, wicket, and on either side is 5 dot balls. Off the top of, I'm trying to see if there's any more. 5. Yeah, 5. And there was, of course, a couple of dot balls before that, if you count wickets as dot balls. So it's been a remarkable little period of dot balls, 4s, wickets, and a wide.
And for overthrow, I mean, if I'm not wrong, the last over was a wicket maiden, right? Mohsin Khan ruled the 4th over. So it's been 11 dot balls in the last 2 overs. That's incredible in the power play. Yeah.
Lots of dots. Hetmeyer, of course, is out to bat. So they're 37 for 3. Thanks again to Cricket 8 for lending us their scorecard. Ours will be next week, we're hearing at the moment. So we're getting there. We're trying to improve it as we can.
Yep. Meanwhile, is this the first instance of just 2 bowlers bowling 3 overs apiece in the power play this season? I don't remember any other.
I
Did
thought
Burger
Prince
Archer
Yadav bowled
bowl?
an over, didn't he?
Oh, the first over was the first over was Prince Yadav. My bad. I thought Mohsin bowled.
The only reason I really remember that is the 5 overthrows.
Yeah, that's true.
That was wild. What did you guys make of that?
In fact, I was telling Saurabh the same thing about how Jared and I were talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is something that's never happened in the IPL, and we've started with a 5. So it'll be crazy if we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it was followed by 2 4s. Like, yeah, there goes my dream.
I don't know what the odds are in a 5. I think it's about 77 to 1 to have a 3 in T20 cricket. If you're betting by ball, it's different on certain grounds. Obviously, MCG is a good ground. If you to get 3s, of course, some of the
Yeah,
biggest
Dubai is
stadiums.
another.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in general, it's about 77 to 1. So I don't know what a 5 would be. It would have to be like 500 to 1, 600 to 1. I wonder who eats more on these lives. Is it you or Robbie? As this one is pulled straight back down the ground for 4, just over mid-on's head. It's an interesting shot from Parag, but great contact on that one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no time. Like, I've been so shameless with it. And I've been called out even by people who know me personally. They're like, why do you eat? I like say, I come directly after my workout. I need to get in some food. I'll be really hungry. And this is my only chance, or else I'll just have to stay hungry. And hungry means not a very pleasant sight, let's be honest.
That's just so we're all aware. I also came after my workout and often do, and I don't need to eat. But you and Robbie, you're just like machines.
Yeah, we Indians need our food. We can't compromise on that. And speaking of Indians, by the way, Jared, I had a couple of messages, rather, not even messages that I had to share because they both were directed at you, good messages. And a friend of mine had asked me to share this whenever possible. Let me try and share it with you on probably WhatsApp so you can go through them because he wanted me to discuss this with you. One was about Rabada spell. Did you catch Rabada spell versus MI?
Yeah, I made a video about it.
Oh, lovely. Haven't seen that yet.
I was only a short
Oh,
one.
barely past the fielder at third man. Who was it there? Oh, well done. He saved the 6. I thought that was a 6. He saved it. Prince Yadav.
Sorry, I just yeah, no, it was a great effort down on the boundary, but it happened to be at the same time. Someone sent a message about Mohammad Nawaz getting done for. Oh, someone said doping. It's not doping.
What's happened to
Recreational-
Mohammad Nawaz?
Recreational drug use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the
I'm
way,
not
did
worried
you
about
see Rabada's visuals? I mean, people are making a lot about, visuals of Rabada smoking a cigarette in his hotel lobby. It's been doing the rounds on social
I
media.
don't really
Yesterday
understand. Everywhere I go in India, everyone's always smoking, and then the minute anyone gets caught on camera or on TV, it's the biggest deal in the world. And I'm like, well, it can't be that big a deal, guys. Like you're all doing it. Isn't that how Lalit Modi got all of his money? Through
Cigarettes?
weren't his parents into cigarettes?
Oh, were they tobacco barons? I'm not sure. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
sure.
think so.
I know they were. I mean, you would know more about Lalit Modi, Jared. Come on. I don't. You're probably the resident expert when it comes
The
to
Godfrey,
Lalit Modi.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, he owns Marlboro in India, says Lolum. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's the case, that's incredible.
He does. He owns, but it's not one. I think they own about 5 or 6 different brands as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think the
Okay.
Modi family made it. I'm not saying they made all of their money from cigarettes because I don't know their full situation. It's like I don't know.
Jared, just for your sake, I would say don't term it the Modi family. Just
Yeah, fair point. Sorry, I
Just-
actually meant the Modi group. They called the Modi
Yeah.
group. I think you're fine.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. That works. We don't want things to be taken out of context and then being blown out of proportion. So, which happens a lot in our part of the world.
Um,
Man, Yadav it is. Finally, first look this season.
outside off stump and punched through point for 4. No, he's just going to come around. Actually, good fielding out there on the boundary. That was Mike Yadav's first ball, 141, I think.
Yeah, 141. Not bad. Let's see. I mean, for me, more than pace, I just want to see if he's able to run and bowl in good rhythm. So obsessed with pace.
Someone
like,
just said this as well. Didn't Jared once say the cricket stands on the shoulders for cigarettes? It's incredible how much cigarettes has had to do with the rise of cricket.
Yeah.
Because they pump so much money in the way that crypto, pumps money in at the moment. The way that Saudi Arabia or whatever you want. This one's down the leg side from Mike Yadav. It's going to be a wide, I assume. 143 kilometers. So his pace is good. Yeah, it's incredible how a lot of so I think all the early World Cups are sponsored by cigarettes in various ways. The whole sort of concept of limited overs cricket is really linked to cigarettes. And if you go through all the old trophies,
exactly.
they're all so there was a lot of money in it. Weirdly though, the one country that sort of moves away from it earlier seems to be Australia, because I think they had quite stringent anti-advertising rules. This is outside our stump and slashed and missed when it came to cigarettes. And unlike in places like India where you have the surrogates advertising, that I don't even know if you can even do that in Australia. But they never.
Oh, is it?
We don't. So, I'd never heard of the phrase surrogate advertising until I started covering cricket in India.
So, I mean, in Australia, are you allowed to advertise alcohol? I'm pretty sure you're allowed to advertise alcohol at least. Just cigarettes. Cigarettes is banned.
Cigarettes you cannot advertise at all.
Oh. By the way, was it India, was it the US, or was it UK? One of these countries recently announced a ban. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But yeah.
No. Sorry, he got one over 90 miles an hour there. We missed it. Last one was almost 90 again. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
what was what were you just saying?
I was about to say one of these countries yesterday or today they announced, right, like children or kids born after 2008 aren't going to be allowed to consume cigarettes. I'm forgetting which country is this, but they've put
I think it's England, isn't it?
Yeah, it's England probably. So interesting rule that. I don't know how will they enforce it, but yeah.
I don't understand it either.
Yeah.
My wife has said that to me a few times. Oh, he's almost got an edge through. So basically, I think what it means, and I'm not 100% sure on this as well, but I think what it means is that so none of my children will be able to buy cigarettes because they're all born after 2008. But people born in 2007 can still buy cigarettes. So instead of saying you can only buy cigarettes when you're 15 or 19 or 25 or whatever, what they're actually saying is that you need to be above the age of whatever it is at that time when you were born in 2008. Does that make sense? So they're actually phasing cigarettes out. So in 60 years' time, right, or in 80 years' time, there'll be no one left buying cigarettes.
Got it. They're trying to inculcate that habit of not smoking cigarettes when you're younger, just slowly. So they're trying to build that. Oh, very interesting.
I tell you, the other one that I really find interesting is like, you know, when you're driving along in a car in India and the guy in front of you will stop and just spit out is it tobacco? Is it tobacco?
Yeah, tobacco. It is.
That's
Pan
wild.
masala is what it's called.
Yeah. That is wild as a guy who is not who's not used to that. So basically, this is whipped off the pads and over backward square leg for 6. So he's bowled a pretty good over so far here, Mayank, and he's just got that one a little bit wrong. And Rian Paragh's played a beautiful shot to ruin the over.
Excellent whip pitch, that great risk. But yeah, Jared, you were saying.
Yeah, that's absolutely wild because I don't think that's even legal in Australia, the chewing stuff. Or I can't remember anyone doing it. The only time I've ever seen it is in baseball, right? Where they spit into the thing in the dugout.
Oh yeah, the spittoon.
Yeah. But I've never seen that before because it's just not something that happens in Australia. But also, I grew up in the era where all smoking was really hard to do in Australia. Like we had some of the most stringent anti-smoking stuff on earth at that stage. And so when I was about up until the age of 12, smoking was really normal. And then after that, it just faded away step by step, right? Until, you know, I think Melbourne might have been one of the first places in the world to make it impossiple to smoke at bars and all those sorts of things.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah. All that sort of stuff really, you know, a lot of it comes out of, you know, in Australia, you notice it a lot. So going to other places where they do have it. Like when I first came to the UK, it was like really noticeable how many cigarettes there were compared to Australia.
But cigarette smoking in India is almost like an epidemic. Like just the sheer number of people who smoke and how normalized that is. And I mean, I don't want to say it's limited to India. It's a global epidemic. It's world over. But chewing tobacco, I don't even know how is that. Like people talk about it or appreciate it. There are people who talk about it as if it's a part of our culture. Like, you know, it's something to be proud of. It's beyond me how, like, you know how lethal it is, how harmful it is, and you still choose to do it. And yeah.
Yeah, but your body is a temple. Most people's bodies are not temples.
Yeah, but at least
I mean,
read
do you drink alcohol?
Better. Yeah, I do.
I mean, alcohol is poisoning yourself.
But I don't drink it every day.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying Like everyone has
agree.
a thing, right? Like
But
for
I mean,
instance,
fair
I am
point, fair
very
point.
I am very good at like I don't drink as much as I used to. I've never smoked. I don't even like smoke in general, right? So
Yeah.
you know, I don't do drugs. I don't do a lot of those things. And I used to drink quite heavily. I don't drink as much anymore. But if I can walk past the McDonald's without getting a double quarter pounder, it's a magical day, right? And also,
Fair.
not particularly good for me.
I'm completely with you on this. We all have our vices. I'm not saying we should completely rid ourselves of vices, but think of the surroundings. Just be civic. Just be civil. Like if you're going to spit it out in the public and just
Yeah,
dirty
that
the roads,
no,
that I
absolutely
don't
not
get it.
acceptable.
Yeah, exactly. Do you chew as much tobacco as you want, as long as you're bloody hell, disposing it the way it should be disposed. I don't care. I couldn't care lesser.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's hard.
Code Noob says, should doping be legal in cricket? So there is a guy, and I think he might. I'm trying to think if the guy is Indian. Do you know the guy I'm talking about who wants to have he wants to do an Olympics where you can use whatever illegal substance you want to put in your body?
Oh no.
Yeah, he got a lot of press. Strangely, not very well. Doping should absolutely not be legal in cricket, but it has been legal in cricket for years because they never did blood testing in cricket. So basically, players, there was a whole generation of players, and then when the first time they did blood testing, they told all the players well in advance that it was going to be coming up, right? So we have certainly had a lot of doping in cricket for a while, I would assume. But yeah, no, obviously it shouldn't be. And the reason it shouldn't be is just because we actually, like in so many of these cases, we don't know what the health effects are for people. Like we're talking about that. Have a look at what's happened with some of the people in Chinese sport and Eastern European sport, especially East Germany sport at times. So there are some bad stories out there. So you can't make it legal. It's absolutely not.
I mean, you're talking about drugs. I mean, even Ozempic and Mounjaro and all of these weight loss drugs that have, flooded the market, especially after the royalty, the statute of limitations or whatever it is. Like since now it's become mainstream and anyone can replicate it. In India, I know so many people personally who've taken that. Once again, same question. Like, do you know the long-term side effects of this? Absolutely not. But the short-term benefits so far outweigh them that everyone's happy to go for it.
Yeah, they're really interesting. I think, I think eventually it will just become a normal thing. And as you said, we'll have to work out what the long-term benefits are. I think vaping is the more interesting one. They've got a run-out chance here, by the way. Digvesh has come on. He's gone for a single in the first ball, and they've got two after that.
Got it. Yeah.
Just having a look. It was a surprise direct hit, and Hetmeyer was cruising a little bit here. Hoping for his sake he's in. I think he is. It looked like to me, the first angle I saw anyway, he might be just okay. But he made that a lot harder than it needed to be. Being that he's one of the world's best runners of twos, I'm not sure you want to leave it. He's in by about 4 inches here. Oh, no, wait. Oh, the bail takes a while to come off. He actually might have been out. The bail doesn't break. We're going to have to see lots of different... We might be here for a while here.
No, yeah. I mean, this is very close. I would still give it nod out because I personally think there is a part of the bat behind the crease there, at the time.
So the ball hits the stumps. Because it hits the back part of the stump. That's why. And so the bail is just... So if that makes sense, it kind of hits the back bit of wood as it's going past on the angle. And so if it hit the other part of the stump, he would have been out. But probably because it was where it's hit, and also because it hit so softly, the bail doesn't fly off. I'm assuming this is going to be not out. But my God, he made that harder than it needed to be.
Yep. True.
We're still just waiting for it. Prub says, Jared, in your book, Joe Root is 14. Will he be number 2 after crossing Tendulkar?
How on earth did you read that?
It's actually been up on the screen for a while, and I've been trying to work out what the hell he had written, and I worked it out.
Okay.
No, crossing Tendulkar's record doesn't get him to number 2. That's not what I would be looking at. As Digvesh comes in, leading edge. Will
he be 2 after... I'm sorry, I'm still curious. Will he be 2 after Zing Tendulkar? I get
crossing.
That. Like, how did you...
Zing is the one I got. It was everything else I was struggling with.
What Zing? What is Zing?
Crossing.
How? Is
cross,
that an
actual cross?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I'm pretty. Is it America that has those signs? It says crossing here, and it's just an X with ing on the end.
I'm
I'm
not
sure I've seen a
American.
Zing sign somewhere before. I'm going to have to Google that now.
Oh my goodness. Like Mr. Prabhan,
Yeah, North America.
Prabhanch.
I thought I'd seen them in a country before. I knew there was a country I'd seen that sign.
I live far east of North America.
That
Surprise,
is fair.
surprise.
I don't know if
But
it's that popular anywhere else. I can't see.
but
If
Mr.
it's not.
Anshu Agashe Prabh, like, oh my goodness, you've really done a fantastic job of complicating the fuck out of a very simply constructed sentence.
So no, he does. Crossing Tendulkar. Tendulkar is at number 2 because he has the most runs in Test cricket. Tendulkar is number 2 because one of the main reasons is longevity of greatness. So if you look at how many years he has been averaged over 50 in Test cricket, and the fact that he's one of the best, well, probably the best teenager we've ever had in Test cricket, and also one of the best players over the age of 35 we've had in Test cricket, and he was pretty great in his prime. That's what we're talking about. Joe Root has none of those things I just said. He doesn't have a very long career. He has quite a few years averaging over 50. Weirdly enough, one of Joe Root's big issues when it comes to the book is that he didn't quite cash in on his prime the way that we would have hoped a player of his talent would have cashed in on their prime. And so we didn't really have anything on that side at all. But essentially, that's where we are. That's where it's all going at the moment. So yeah, no, there's lots of things he would need to be number 2. I don't think he can get past Tendulkar or Jack Hobbs because I don't think he'll play enough years. But that will be the interesting thing if he changes and starts to play more years. Are you just sending me messages while we're on air?
Yeah, that's me. Like I told you, there was someone who really wanted me to send this message to you, and he just wanted me, if possible, like if you could talk about the spell. We can do it later.
Oh,
We can
okay,
do it
yeah.
much later.
So
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
we
a
can do
video.
it.
Is this a video or?
No, just screen grabs. I don't think Indians are as chill about taking videos of Geo Hotstar and then putting it up.
Rabada bowled with delivery, which had a seam presentation of away swing, but then it just wobbled when it was about to pitch. The seam was dead straight, and then the moment the ball kissed the surface, it was pointing backwards towards fine leg. Yeah, that just seems like he was trying to bowl an outswinger and the ball hit the inside part of the seam and then seam back. Would be my guess.
What did you make of his spell in total, in totality? Like, because we've spoken so much about him and not in a very good manner so far this IPL.
I think he's been in really ordinary form for a long time, and I thought that was a pitch that suited him. Here's the thing with Rabada. I think that he's a fantastic, like obviously just natural talent and cricket smarts and all sorts of things are really good, but I don't think he really understands how to be a great T20 bowler, and he's never quite worked out a method to make himself a great T20 bowler. So you can argue that. So Pat Cummins is probably in a similar boat, but Pat Cummins has tried all these different methods and styles to become a great T20 bowler, whereas Rabada kind of just bowls the same, and some days he gets wickets and some days he gets whacked, right? And yeah, he just does. I've never thought he quite fits in that way. We had a look at this the other day. I think we said he had 4 genuine plus years, like great years in the IPL, and he's been playing in the IPL for what, 10, 12 years now?
Yeah, 2017, so 9. Yeah, closer
Right?
to 10. Yeah.
So he actually hasn't had that many years when he's been a superstar. And even some of those years when he's taken a lot of wickets, they've come at the death where they don't impact the game. And I think that's always been my issue with him, is that not that he's, that he can get 20 wickets in a season and not have that much of an impact, right? And he's not the only one. There are plenty of players who have done that before. But yeah, so him getting early wickets the other day, that's what changes him. If he can work out how to do that, then he's one of the best players in the world. And I think he's been lucky to have such a long career, considering not all those years have been plus. I think if he's a batter, he might have disappeared a little bit. No. Aman's got a question for you here.
I don't think it's a question. It's a statement. He's just directly stated facts there, in all honesty. Akshay wears jerseys of teams he low-key wants to see losing. Sure, I mean, you can put it that way as well. Like I said, the jersey here is just a prop. It has nothing to do with my loyalties or my allegiances. Now it's just there. So yeah.
Can I say something here too? Do you see how he's got 2 O's in losing? Right? I don't know if you know, that's one of the most common typos and misspellings. I suppose misspellings, not typos, in the world. Did you know that?
Yeah. Yeah, I've normalized it now. I've normalized it so much
Yeah,
in my
most
life,
people
it
don't
doesn't
even notice it because it's so common that people put the extra
Yeah,
O
yeah.
in loser or losing. It's so fascinating. But I'll tell you my favorite story about it. I played for a cricket club. This is whipped by Parag off Prince Yadav straight to long on. He tried to hit that square, I think, and got a leading edge, and Puran's taken it out on the boundary. So another wicket. So Parag probably the guy looking the best on this surface so far today. And he is out for, checks notes, 20 off 19, which tells you that this surface in this game so far hasn't quite worked for them. So let me just tell you my story quickly. So I played cricket for like a fairly well-known cricket club in Melbourne, but we shared our space with a football club, right? And so in the winter, we had the change rooms, and in the summer, they had the change rooms. And they got taken over by a big club in Melbourne. Right, so the club came in and they pimped out the change rooms, right? So we went from crappy old change rooms to quite nice professional football change rooms, right? And they painted all these things on. And one of the things they painted in really big writing on the wall was "Winners do what losers won't." And as cricket people who want to look down on football people all the time, every day we come on boys, let's be looser today. Let's be looser. That was our big chant.
Jeez. Yeah, I for me it's like I am a bit of a Nazi that way, especially while editing articles and all. And these typos are still something I can live with because lose at least as a word exists. So I'll still cut them some slack. So it just happens. It's one of those things where your mind does not sort of process the spelling and be like, yo, this is wrong. This is not the context. Even your, I still don't understand how people don't understand the difference between your and you are. You apostrophe RD, your. Like, it's that Friends episode all over again. I don't know if you've watched Friends, but it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. We've got another super chat, by the way, from Rudra, which is... before that, we'll take Donald Trump.
Are you a capitalistic or are you capitalistic or socialist like China?
Love this spelling. Love this spelling.
I am looser. Oh, as Hetmeyer whacks this into the crowd. I was not expecting that. I was expecting them to push the ball around a little bit there, and they did not. Was that on the pads?
It's pausing a lot. I'm seeing... Oh, yeah, finally back on.
Yeah, a little bit straight. It wasn't a terrible ball. It was probably going to hit... Mayank Yadav's come back on. He's going to hit the middle stump here. And Hetmeyer's like, what if I just flicked it for 6, though, for 82 meters?
Ooh, slightly straighter, but still excellent shot. Excellent shot.
Why is this still happening? I'm just going to ask you a question 1 second after Mayank bowls this next ball.
Yeah.
Short and hit out to deep mid wicket for 4. Well, it's going after Mayank Yadav. I think we now know Mayank Yadav is not the next Bumrah, just based on the fact that Hetmeyer can't play Bumrah and he's smashing Mayank Yadav everywhere. Mayank Yadav's rocking incredible hair today too, by the way. Why are they... This is a home game for LSG, is it?
Yeah, it is.
So why are they still putting up things on the scoreboard telling you how good Shimron Hetmeyer has gone?
Oh, that's just... I mean, how do I put it? You know, these in-house DJs and entertainment providers, it's them providing their money's worth. They can't just be supporting LSG. If LSG is getting thrashed, they still have to do something, right? So this is their way. You know, we're working. This is their way of showing that they're busy, they're working, they're doing something.
Another boundary here. This one's straight and full and punch back down the ground for 4. You know that NBA games have in-house DJs and people and entertainers too. Then they don't start cheering the opposition team.
It's not so much cheering, it's just text because no one reads the text. So it doesn't matter.
Weird,
the
though.
chance that you hear.
Like if the fans do it, I'd be like, fair enough. Like maybe the fans like Hetmeyer or like Dhoni or whatever. I'm more than happy for the fans to do it in there. But you should not be doing that. I just think that
that's fair.
It just needs to die.
But I feel in a very weird way, IPL, I mean the organizers and the team owners.
He's almost chopped on this one. Sorry, go.
By the way, the previous shot was fantastic. Played on the up. Just a second, I want to watch this. Oh, almost. But yeah, they've, for some reason, tried to reduce, lower, inhibit. I don't know what the right word is, but they've not been big fans of encouraging tribalism. Whereas I personally believe that's what increases viewership, increases engagement, and actually brings in more fans. Just sheer tribalism, sheer tribalism, wanting to support your team, wanting to back your favorite player. Those are the things that drive you. But for some reason, organizers, they've tried to be very neutral about it. You know what? We're here for good cricket. We're here for entertainment. So it doesn't matter who wins. At the end of the day, cricket wins. So that's sort of been the stance in general.
This is I think this is a big issue right across T20 cricket, which is that method that you just said is basically how people always talk, right? About T20 cricket.
Yeah.
I'm like, but if you really want every fan base to be like RCB, which is kind of what you want, right? Then you actually need to foster that and be a part of it, or not just hope it happens naturally. And I've seen this in so many places around the world where I'm just like, no, you should, no, don't be involved.
I agree.
With that. This is the team that you have chosen to support, right? I just find it really, it's really odd. If you went to an international game and saw that, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Agreed. In international cricket, though, I think it's a clear no-go. You wouldn't see that. Like, you wouldn't see boards supporting or backing Australia or praising them or something. That won't happen.
Yeah,
so that's fair. And also on this, very recently, videos of Priyansh Arya have been doing the round. So after the last year final, Priyansh Arya played against RCB, and Priyansh Arya, before the auction, had spoken about how he loves RCB and wants to play for them. He ended up playing for Punjab. So after the final, during an interview or some sort of an informal conversation, an interviewer asked him, are you happy that at least RCB won the title? Because it was the first title after 18 years. And you'd earlier mentioned you liked RCB. You played the final against them. You lost, but you must still be happy because RCB won. They're like, no, I was the opponent. I wanted to win. Like, but you're Virat Kohli's fan, right? Like, he's your idol, so you must be happy that Virat Kohli won the trophy. He said, no, I mean, I lost. That's all that matters to me. And yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. As I said, this is not something I've just noticed in the OPL. I mean, the scoreboard thing might be, but in general, this kind of like, oh no, we're all in it together. And it's like, no, that's not how sport works, right? The whole idea is that you are trying to build something quite special. For instance, I think in the future, and this is why RCB is such a well set up franchise, not because anything that Vijay Mallya or Diageo did, but just because the fans are so incredible. I know you've got the RCB cafe already, right?
Yeah.
There's all these other things that I think that you can bring in going ahead, that come from having a fan base like that, like having your own TV channel one day, right? Oh, this is a leading edge, and he's gone. That flew up to mid-off. He was just trying to tap this around the corner. Shimron Hetmeyer, and it just popped up unnaturally so all the way to mid-off, and I just don't even think, Motion Card's got the wicket, and he's got 2 for 8 off 2.2. That's bizarre. Went flying, that ball.
Yeah.
Anyway, another wicket, and 77 for 5. Good luck.
And what you spoke about, this is something I myself have. I wouldn't say I've pitched it to the RCB management or something, but I've spoken to people who are in close circles. So, we've spoken about this. Where Arsenal, you've seen how Arsenal Fan TV did so well, and what was the reason? RCB Fan TV is just such a low-hanging fruit. Yeah. Trust me, you'll get millions of views. You just have to do watch-alongs with RCB fans just cheering, ranting, and boy, oh boy, are you going to mint money out of that. So it's right there.
I even think a step further in the future of, like, you don't need to do it now where there's one game a day. But if we get to the point where there are 2 games being played on a weekday, I think RCB would be the first team who hires their own in-house commentary team and commentates, and you can have a home. Because if you go to the NBA app now again, and you can do this with other sports as well, quite often there's like, maybe the rights have been sold to a game, then you might have the home team commentating, then you might have the away team commentating, right? There's no reason not to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, fact, another almost wicket here as Donovan Ferreira gets a ball that just cuts him across him. He actually, again, tried to play that on the leg side and almost got a leading edge, I think.
Or did Mawson's been bowling well here. Wow.
Oh, no, that was even worse shot. But yeah, if he'd hit that, it would have been straight up in the air again.
Well bowled again. Hard lens, just barely past the off stump. Well bowled, yeah, well bowled. And about this, about fan bases and everything, what in a way I generally don't get a lot of is people talking about RCB fans being, very disrespectful or very this. That's the point of sport. Like again, I'm not trying to defend RCB fans or their actions. Of course, there is a line that you don't cross. There are boundaries that exist, and I get it. When those boundaries have been crossed, I'm not for it. But you need to have banter. There needs to be something like, or else what do you think is sport? If you're going to break down sport to what it is, it's nothing. It's just drama, it's entertainment. You're there to just have fun.
You are
So,
literally cheering people because they are wearing matching pajamas, guys. Right? Like if we break it down, if we really start to think about it, we're doing that. But we believe in this so much more than we should, right? But that is essentially what it comes to. And so if that's the case, then you have to make it feel like it means something, right? So years ago, when COVID struck, I had a radio show on TalkSport, which was not about cricket. It was about general sports. And one of the things that we did was we went back and talked about why sports matter, like why people were so upset during COVID that sport wasn't happening anymore. And one of the things that we were told is if you look at when sport becomes big, right, it's exactly the time at which wars become smaller, right? And so your favorite sort of, your favorite kind of.
By the way, sorry to cut you off. I don't know if you saw Puntsman hit right in his face.
Oh yeah, I meant to say that. Yeah, he got hit in the snores.
Yeah, you can carry on.
I was because he got delayed. I think the ball just bounced up weirdly. It wasn't hard either. I saw it. Yeah, it was really soft.
Yeah, thankfully.
But I think it just stunned him on the nose and gave him that little watery eye, blood nose type of thing. So basically generals are taken over by athletes, right? In the way that we think and everything else. And then there's also the community aspect and all these different things. Like there's a reason sport has got to the level that it's got. And also why sport wasn't big before, right? And why it has become big in the 1700s onwards, right? And all these different things. But there is also an element of we know it doesn't mean anything. So when a fan has a go at you because they're an RCB fan and they make fun of you because you're a Punjab fan or a Mumbai fan, it actually doesn't mean anything. Whereas if you're online and you're making fun of someone because they come from a different culture or a different ethnicity or whatever, it actually does mean something, right? So this is a much better form of toxicness, right, than the other version, which is you were born on that side of the border, so you're the worst, or your mum comes from that religion, so you're the worst. Like it's much better than that.
Yeah.
But at the heart of it, it is still people wearing pajamas, actually, right? Like
True.
Anyway, sorry. Did you?
In a way, would it be fair to say like sport is suspension of disbelief at its aggressive best? Like it's very weird. It's an identity that people are so willingly consuming or resuming that it's weird. I don't know. I don't think cricket has reached the levels of say football or even basketball to some extent. But yeah, it's slowly reaching. It's slowly.
I don't know if that's true. I think cricket's well beyond basketball.
Okay, fair. I don't know much about basketball.
International cricket. Yeah, I mean, come on. True. I actually think I think cricket was probably well ahead of football. It's just that football has leapfrogged it, obviously. But I think for a long time, cricket was well ahead of football. Cricket was probably. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think up until the American sports and football take over, cricket is the sport that is the most passionate and the one that, If you go back old American newspapers, all the coverage is about cricket. Like cricket was the sport that moved people the most, right? And then other sports take over in different areas, and cricket doesn't take over in all these places, and all the different fuck ups that cricket has had that we don't have time to go through now. Did you want to just get Rudra's comment out the way?
Yeah, we will. To your point, Akshay, Gutka has been shown to be more popular among lower income groups and often used to suppress hunger. Nothing to be proud of, just sad. That's true. I mean, that is true. It is consumed primarily by India's low middle class and lower class and all of that. But the sad truth is, again, we've seen I don't want to make this too political and not my channel. So I think I should just temper down my opinions. But yeah, fair. I agree with you, Rudra. I completely agree with you. RCB Fan TV, that's his Akshay on Combox here. Lol, says Sarthak. I mean, I don't know what to say to that. I think I've really tempered down my RCB fandom too, but I don't know.
I can tell you, actually, he's not a hardcore RCB fan. I have friends who are. He's wearing a friggin' another shirt. Come on, guys.
Again, since you mentioned it so much, I'll also have to probably defend them. I was a very hardcore RCB fan. Up until last year, you should see.
I'm not saying you
that.
weren't. I'm saying now, like it's
There you go. Thank you so much. I'll take that wholeheartedly. Bangalore is our Silicon Valley with less Indians, says Rohit. Ooh. Jared, you've been to Bangalore?
I've been to Bangalore and I've been to Silicon Valley. I haven't thought they were particularly similar to each other.
They're not.
There's a lot more beer in Bangalore, and there's a lot more pop-up van food trucks and stuff in Silicon Valley. Bangalore's a really interesting city, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we've talked about this before, and it's been ruined in the last 6-7 years probably by the traffic. Would be fair to say.
Yeah.
But up until that point, I always thought it was one of the more fascinating cities in India and very different than other parts of India. And maybe that's why the fan base is a little bit different. I wouldn't say it's a Silicon Valley, though. I would have said it's probably more like the Boston or the Philadelphia or of...
But are you speaking in terms of infrastructure, in terms of vibe, in terms of what?
In terms of bar culture / sports culture is the way I would look at it. Right?
Yeah, I mean...
It's not it's not New York or LA, right?
Of course.
Like it's a slight step down on those, so it's not Mumbai either. So it is, or even Delhi. It's a step down on those, but at the same stage, they're still big cities, right? They're culturally important. True. Yeah.
So Bangalore, if you look at Bangalore's history, it's very weird, right? Bangalore as a city has not existed for more than 50 years. So yeah. It's a very new city, and which is why the way it's progressed and the way it's grown, that's arguably one of the big reasons why we've seen so many issues, like traffic, for instance. Like you rightly said, Bangalore grew. The population of Bangalore grew 4x in the last 25 years. Crazy, so it's seen massive influx of you can't call them immigrants, massive influx of migrants and whatnot. So it's made it bigger. But beer, of course, is a very big part of Bangalore's culture. Funny story. I was in Scotland last year. I'd gone for this Johnny Walker experience, like the museum that's there. And they're sipping whiskey with this Canadian flying instructor who's just in Scotland for like 2 days. I tell him, I'm from Bangalore. He asks me where I'm from. I'm from Bangalore. He's like, Bangalore, Kingfisher. That's his first thing. I'm like, you're a Canadian. And he lives in Montreal. He's a French dude. I'm like, why on earth do you know Kingfisher? Like, I have a couple of friends, Indians in Canada, and that's what they've told me. Bangalore is known for Kingfisher. I was like, what?
If you think that's wild, go back and read old cricket books about tours to India. And there's always a paragraph about how the players from the West are so happy to reach Bangalore, right? And like, we're talking about the 60s, 70s, that era, where they were just like, because they know, especially the Australian cricketers, but I've read it in English and New Zealand cricketers and stuff as well. They were so happy to get to Bengaluru and get a beer. Right, and it'd be cold in a clean cup, and the city understood beer. Like it's a really simple thing for them. But you remember they're touring through places sometimes don't have beer, sometimes don't really understand what to do with beer, and all these sorts of things. Suddenly they just get to a place where they can go down to a local restaurant and order a meal and get a beer with it. Right, very simple things. And I didn't know any of this, right, until like after I'd been there, and this is hooked, and oh no. Someone has got that horribly wrong on the boundary. Ferreira should have been caught. It looks like Mayank Yadav to
me. Ooh, yeah, it is Mayank Yadav. Oof. Yeah, overran that for no reason.
He was I want to say 2. He might have been 4 meters out of place there. He was nowhere near the boundary rope. And Ferreira got a good contact on it, but no loft. And, oh my God, he might have even been 5 meters off the rope. What was he doing? He just takes
massively misjudged.
It actually lands behind him inside the rope. I hadn't even noticed that. It was only a 4.
Oh, it's a 4. Oh, that's hilarious. That's
the worst drop on the boundary, isn't it?
Shami's reaction. Oh, that says it all.
Shami was not happy.
Yeah, the sheer disdain.
I love bowlers who can't field, who get really upset in these situations. Settle down, mate. I've seen you field. He's bowling well today, of course.
Yeah.
And deserved another wicket there.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyways. You were talking about Bangalore, by the way. You can check the expected score.
154 is the expected score at the moment. Ooh. And they are if they get there, they are a 20% chance of defending that.
I think I'll be a bit more optimistic than that. I think they can go up to 170 from here.
It probably takes it to about a 35% chance from here. There's been good pace and carry and everything in the wicket. I mean, we've got deep third back, fine leg back. We've seen these fields quite a bit all the way through. Digvesh is what? Bowled okay. Yeah, he's gone for no runs. Who else do they have to bowl? Do you know what this would actually... They don't need him today. But if Mitchell Marsh had hamstrings, this is not a bad pitch for Mitchell Marsh.
What a beautiful statement. Mitchell Marsh had hamstrings. So he's called the Bison. And the Bison has no
and Bisons don't have hamstrings.
Yeah, exactly.
Mitchell Marsh is basically the sort of guy that he's a dropped fork away from another injury, isn't he? It's the sort of guy who could be eating in the team hotel, drop something and lean down to pick it up, and he's like done his side.
Oh boy. I don't think Sean Marsh was that. Was that injury prone? Was he? No.
Sean Marsh wasn't really a similar kind of athlete to
That's
he was
true.
almost a different body shape, right? Sean Marsh is very similar in body to his dad.
Jeff Marsh?
Yeah, so I don't know if do you know that their mother was also a professional athlete. So she was a netballer, and I'm assuming maybe and then the sister is a basketballer. So I'm wondering if Mitch Marsh is more from that side of the athletic family.
Got it.
But incredibly athletic family, because Mitch Marsh also got professional offers to play Aussie rules football as well, so he could have played in both.
Oh, fascinating. Okay. All right, Shami, last ball of his spell. Bouncer attempted, and Ferreira just bunts it towards a catching mid-wicket. Interesting position once again. Oof. 13 overs, 90 for 5. Yeah. Somewhere there and there about just about hanging in that. I think they can still get to 170 from here. What say?
So Shami's bowled out.
Yeah.
So I suppose you are putting a lot of pressure on
Mayank would
Prince
expect
Yadav and Mayank to bowl to death, aren't you? And Mayank has gone for runs today. So, yeah. I don't know,
Mohsin
man.
has how many? 1 left?
Yeah. I'd rather he had 2
Okay.
left, I think, to feel a little bit more comfortable. Look, I think the issue is even 165 seems high to me, man. And I'm not sure they're going to get there.
But if they get to that, I think RR does have the bowling attack. And LSG has the batting lineup to watch this up. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you there. Prab says, what's Bradman's equivalent test average in 2026? I don't know. The test averages weren't particularly high in like Bradman's era outside of Bradman. Like there was obviously Sutcliffe and George Headley as well, and Hammond. But that's not that much different to what we saw in the 2000s, right? We saw lots of guys averaging around 55, 56, 57 for long periods of time there. If you're asking me specifically in 2026, the averages have dropped down. So yeah, probably this is a lower scoring era. So if you average 70, 75, 80, I would, that is probably closer to Bradman's level, just because it's a lower scoring era. But if you're talking about modern cricket in general, you still would be looking at... I mean, the thing about Bradman is it's the ability to average that much more than everyone else, than the second best player does, right? And so if you're averaging 70 now, how much more are you averaging? Let's say Joe Root is not the guy who averages 70. There's some random... I don't know, Harry Brook comes in and averages 70, or Jaiswal averages 70, right? If one of them averages 70, if Joe Root's averaging 50, 52, it's not that... It's the leap. That's the interesting thing about Bradman, is the leap from even the second biggest scorer in his era, who were also unquestionably some of the greatest batters who ever lived themselves.
Is there any Bradman Museum or something in Adelaide?
No, it's in Bowral, which is our country town in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
But where does it belong to?
It's in New South Wales, Bowral.
It is,
that's
where he was born, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah. So I'm just trying to have a look to give you a better idea of where it is. I know roughly where it is. It's kind of... Oh, you know Sydney a little bit, so that makes it easier, doesn't it? It's kind of, if you were driving from Sydney down to Canberra, you could drive via Bowral if you wanted to. So quite often,
geez.
yeah, quite often, if you watch international cricket and you follow the media like I do, you can tell when there's a game in Canberra because people will go to Bowral as part of the package of going to.
Oh man, I missed out on that. I did drive down
Digvesh
to
is in
Canberra.
again, pushed down on the ground for one. My parents went there.
Lovely.
And I know a lot of people in cricket who've been there. I don't think it's like the most incredible thing of all time, but I think it's got the water tank and everything. It's got the setup so you can recreate him with the golf ball and the cricket stump.
Nice.
Yeah,
Would have been still fun.
But yeah, no, I've never been either. They've invited me a couple of times. It's just, I haven't actually covered that much cricket in Canberra. As this one is whacked out. Oh, good fielding out on the boundary. They'll get a couple. There's a little fumble in the end on the relay through there.
Who is the most famous cricketer from Canberra? I can't think of anyone specifically from Canberra.
Well, no one really lives in Canberra. It's a made-up city. I would say it's Brad Haddon.
Oh, he's from
But
Canberra.
most people
is it?
don't know
Okay.
Brad Haddon is from Canberra. I had this big fight. This is such a random... It's so weird that you brought this up. As Digvesh comes in again, he goes for the big whack. There's Ferreira. And there's almost a catch and a run out off that one, but nothing happens. Yeah, so there was
Haddon?
Brad Haddon, and do you know a cricket writer called Peter Roebuck?
Yeah.
So for those who briefly don't know, Peter Roebuck was probably one of the best cricket writers in the 80s, 90s into the early 2000s. And is this just one bounce out to Pura? And that was incredible fielding, by the way. He's one of the most famous cricket writers in the world. He was a former cricketer himself. He's captain of Somerset. Not everyone's cup of tea. You might need to Google what happened to him at the end of his life. Lots of stories about it. Once got found guilty of spanking 18 or 19-year-olds on the buttocks with cricket bats as what the judge called a sexual crime. You didn't know that?
No,
Anyway,
I did not.
if you Google the end of his life, you'll see. Very controversial figure in many different ways.
Okay.
And he was in the press box when I first started, right? So we were chatting, and I remember being in a situation where Simon Hughes actually said, "Does anyone know where Brad Haddon's from?" And I said Canberra, and Peter Roebuck went, "No, he's from New South Wales." And I went, "No, he's from Canberra." He even played for Canberra. He played for the ACT Comets or Canberra Comets because they were briefly had a cricket team and hadn't played for them. But he was between the two. But I'm pretty sure he was born there. And I don't know, second most famous is probably Nathan Lyon, who didn't even live in Canberra but played cricket in Canberra.
Okay.
And I don't know who third is. So you know, Australia has 6 first-class teams.
Yeah.
And very briefly, they had a 7th limited overs team set up in Canberra.
What was it called? ACT something? Or?
Yeah. So actually, this is the funny thing about it. It was called Canberra Comets, but it was also called ACT Comets, and I've never quite understood why it was known under both names. But they had to get imports in because Canberra has no fucking people, right? There's no reason to have a team there, really. And their opening bowler was like a very, very finished Merv Hughes.
Oh, okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think their star batter, other than Haddon, and Haddon was really young, would have been Mike Valletta. Do you remember Mike Valletta? I think you'll find he might have been the leading scorer in the 1987 World Cup final.
Oh,
there you go.
I need to check that now. World Cup final. Cricket.
I could be wrong.
Let's see.
I think he made runs in that game. He certainly made runs at times in that tournament.
But fascinating. Never heard of this name, so that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah, second highest run scorer that game.
Oh, so close. What did he make, 40?
45. 45 of 31, though. That's a very good
It's the innings that really, it was an important innings. I knew that was the bit I remember.
Oh, man. Crazy. Well, Canberra, I mean, we used to drive down to Canberra only for one reason, because if I'm not wrong, if I remember this correctly. No.
Was it porn?
I don't want to sort of incriminate myself. So my roommates used to smoke something that was illegal in New South Wales, but not in Canberra. So we used to drive down to Canberra,
Crack.
get this.
They were smoking crack.
The thing is, it wasn't even
Were
weed,
they
that's what
smoking
I'm
the
saying.
same thing that Mohammed Nawaz was just caught smoking?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. You've got that bang on.
Yeah, so Canberra, this is what's funny. So Canberra, for those who don't know, Canberra is a made-up city. And the reason it exists is that Melbourne was huge, right? And Sydney wasn't anywhere near as big. And so obviously when Australia became a federated country, it made sense for Melbourne to be the capital, right? But people in Sydney were like, we don't want Melbourne to be capital. And Melbourne were like, well, we should be capital, but we don't care that much either. And so they literally just made up a city halfway between the two places. And in hundreds, over 100 years, still no one's moved there. So it has all the government stuff. But what is fascinating is legal weed. It was the only place that you could shoot porn legally in Australia for years, which is why I asked Akshay if he was going there to make porn.
Make porn, wow.
Yeah, and fireworks was the other one, right? So those are the three things. So I was offered a job in being a director of photography on a porn shoot in Canberra when I was a camera person.
What are you saying? Did you take that up?
I accepted the job, but the whatever it was, the company who was making them decided to go in a different direction and did other things. And so I was hired to do 2 days of work, which I think that was like 4 films or something. Good save down on the boundary from Digvesh here, and they're going to come back for a couple. Lots of 2s on offer at the moment.
Oh, well done. That was traveling. Yeah.
And it got cancelled, so I never got to make it. I never even saw the script. I don't know what the narrative was.
I don't know if you're being honest here, Jared. It just feels like, Okay,
I did heaps of
take your
things. We used to film all sorts of things. That was what my company was. We made we would make ads and promotional videos. We would do weddings, music videos. We did music videos for people.
Weddings to porn is really. I mean, now what is it?
I can tell you.
But it's there.
I can tell you this. The porn day was going to be a lot easier than the wedding was. But the porn stuff. The only thing is, from a director of photography, is this going to be a run out? Oh my god, it's not going to be a run out. What has happened here? The bails are off.
Oh, come on! Oh my!
I think Akshay's just seen it, guys. The bails went off. In fact, I'll take you through the whole ball live. It was again. They were looking for 2 on the leg side. They went for the second run. The throw was wide, and it was. And on the way to getting the throw, Rishabh Pant actually knocked over the stumps. It was a terrible throw from Puran. And the 2 players were both at the non-strikers end. So then, of course, someone has to run back, and he runs back. But I don't think when Pant threw the ball, he'd realised that he'd taken both the bails off. And so the fielder eventually took the stump out. But by the time he did, is that Hetmeyer?
Yeah.
Or Jadeja? I said not Hetmeyer, Jadeja. I think he's back in.
No, it's Hetmeyer. He's back in. Oh, man.
It can't be Hetmeyer. He's out.
Oh, sorry. It's Ferreira then.
It's Ferreira then.
Yeah. It didn't look like Jadeja. I'm not sure, though.
Yeah, by the time he takes the stump out of the ground. Also, he takes the stump out of the ground with the wrong hand.
Yeah. No, wait. Are you supposed to take it off the same hand? It's Jadeja, the batter's Jadeja.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep missing the fact that he has...
It's hard to tell, because at one stage they were both at the same end, and then neither of them were at the same at the right end.
Also, I think you're just supposed to pluck it off, right? As long as you are in control of the ball. I don't think hand matters, does it?
I thought it did. I thought you had to have the ball in the hand when you were taking the stump out.
Either hand works. I don't think you need to, because you're plucking, so you can't sort of...
Yeah, but the ball was nowhere near the stumps.
Because you've already affected the run out in essence before. This is the second attempt, if I'm not wrong, because this had been a point of...
I can take you a step further here as well. He actually misses when he tries to take the stump out of the ground, he also misses the stump.
Yeah.
So as he goes to grab the stump, he misses it.
Oh, by the way, it's Ferreira. The batter's Ferreira. If
you correct that one more time, people are going to riot against you.
Just sorry. Now I can. But how do you miss this? Oh my goodness. But I'll have to say, I will credit the fielder, Mohsin Khan, I think it was, good presence of mind to at least run in towards the stumps after realizing that Pant's knocked it off, because Pant was nowhere near the scene. Pant had already sort of said Tata goodbye. So, yeah. But my word.
According to MCC law 29.2, the ball must be held in the hand or arm that is used to break the wicket. Simply breaking the wicket with the hand that is not holding the ball does not count as a legal dismissal. So that's fine. We understand that.
So how do you hold it in the same? Oh, matlab, you have to be holding it both hands, and then it's still complicated. Why do so much?
Removed simply. No, but that's the other law. That's the first law, so we know that one. I'm just trying to see if there's a follow-up. It'll be in 30. It'll be in 29. Sorry, I'm quickly trying to go through the laws as quickly as I can.
Yeah, in the meantime, we can probably
The wicket
take a
is
couple
broken.
of super chats. Oh, yeah,
Breaking the
we've
wicket
got in.
fairly.
Perfect.
One bail off. If one bail is off, shall be breaking the wicket. If a wicket is broken while the ball is in play, it shall not be remade by the umpire until the ball is dead. Fine.
The way they've worded it, so we are just step by step, inch by inch.
God, this. Have you ever? They are so fascinating, the laws. A couple of my friends work on the committee. Just trying to find out if we can get the exact law there.
Jumpsuit,
Right.
I think what you're saying that's actually happened. You know, someone was holding the ball in their hands and they affected the run out with their feet, and I think it was accepted. Like, I vaguely remember something like that. Like, as long as the stump is uprooted, that's the goal.
Yeah, you want to get the stump has to come out of the ground, doesn't it? So that was the bit he
Exactly.
did correctly. Either batter is run out. I can't find it. I'm usually better than this.
That's MCC laws for you. Jadeja playing a very Jadeja-esque knock here, 11 of 13. Slower ball bouncer, and that's a single. Oh yeah, single. Oh, double. Thanks to that. Please coin a name for yearly RR fadeaway phenomena, says Mick Lebowski. Oh. RR Blues. Let's term it that. But it's been bizarre, especially because of the teams that they've lost to, KKR, SRH when they weren't in form, and now LSG. So, yeah, it's very weird, the kind of teams they've lost to after having defeated the likes of RCB and everyone. Yeah.
Okay, this is what it says. So I can send a message to my friend who's on the laws committee and we'll see what he says. But you can break the stumps as a fielder, providing that the ball is held in the stumps and the hands or used or in the arm. So what they're saying there is you can, that's as long as the ball's in your hand, anywhere up and anywhere in your arm can hit the stumps.
Yeah.
Right? So that bit we know is illegal.
Yeah.
And it then says the wicket is also broken fairly if a fielder strikes or pulls the stump out of the ground. Does not say that you need the ball in your hand, but also does not say that you don't need the ball in the hand. My friend's active on WhatsApp. I'll send him a message.
Oh, wow. That's some flex to directly. I mean, to get an answer straight from the horse's mouth is not something everyone can flex.
Not only is my friend on the MCC one, he's also on the ICC one, I think, as well. Like he's the real deal. If the bails are broken and you need to pick up a stump.
Do you think SRH will have the edge in their next match against RR? Asks the Adit. What do you think, Jared? SRH versus RR, the reverse fixture.
There's another wicket here as Prince goes short, wide and slow, and Ferreira hits it to third and is caught.
Poor shot. Wicket nonetheless. But yeah, I mean, I'll take this before Jared comes along. I do think, SRH will hold the edge simply because SRH have seemed to have found some form, and importantly, they've managed to, with the addition of Saqib Hussain and Dilshan Madhushanka and eventually even Pat Cummins, I think their bowling is looking so much more stronger and well-rounded. They already had Shivang and Harsh to be contributing for them, with Ishan Malik also, doing so well, and they seems to have, zeroed in on a plan in terms of roughing up the ball and ensuring there's a bit of reverse swing available for Ishan to extract and that sling. just lets him, just generate a bit more reverse swing, especially in the last few years. The tail that he's been able to get, even yesterday, was great to watch. So, yeah, I do think SREs will arguably have an edge over them.
I suppose it also depends on this game, right? If Rajasthan win this game and they pull this out from here, which is looking less and less likely, they might start to think they're a real team. I think the issue has been so far that they were all based on form, and now they're looking around going, "Oh, we're not as in form as we were, so we're losing." And so, can we actually find a way to come back? So if they were to steal this game, they would have to say they've stolen this game without any form at all.
Yeah.
And they might find themselves a little bit differently.
Also, RR will have their task cut out for them because they've gone for Shubham Dubey here as their impact player because they've lost so many wickets, which means I want to say Sandeep Sharma won't be bowling for them. Let me just confirm that. That means no Sandeep Sharma today. So that's another thing they'll have to contend with.
Rohit says, teach kids different language of our own country rather than French or German.
German? French. Okay. Yeah. IPL toxicity is just society's reflection. Less people travel among states, and that might be a factor, unlike US. I mean, Rohit, I don't know if that's true. I mean,
Rohit's point about? I don't know what this is at all.
Not quite a few Indian kids, very few Indian kids, but amongst the elite and upper middle class, upper class kids, they do end up, learning Spanish, French, German instead of learning more Indian languages. So there are 20 official languages for India. Like the language that I mean, of course, Jared, you would have an idea of how many languages are spoken in this country. So, and they're all widely different. It's not like similar to each other. So you just can't understand. So Rohit's point is we should learn more languages of our own country rather than learning French or German because it's pointless. IPL's toxicity, society's reflection. I mean, that's not IPL, that's all sport, Rohit. Sport is a mirror of society and the sentiments you see there. Like Jared said, it's just all that toxicity needs a way to come out. You can't just hold it back in. And sport is a very artificial and manufactured way of getting it out. You'd rather have people make fun of you because you're an RCB fan than because because of your color or your gender or your race.
Or the language you speak.
Exactly. So wouldn't you rather have that? So, I mean, I've been mocked as an RCB fan for the better part of my life. So I'm fine with it. It is what it is.
Probably because you're wearing a Royal shirt. Yes, you need to have the ball in the hand, is what I'm hearing here.
Yeah, that's it, but not the same hand, right?
No. The same hand.
Same hand. That's bizarre. Like, how does that work? I'm trying to think the logistics of it don't make sense to me, but okay.
Well, grab the stump.
Oh, lovely, Jared. We're missing Rob. That's it.
Let me just check. That was his first message back, but I've just asked him to clarify it.
All right, coming back. 16 overs done, 110. I thought they could get to 170. It seems like even 150 will be a very,
Yeah, I thought you were being a bit optimistic. I thought 165 was like the absolute maximum they were going to get to. And, yeah.
Expected more from Ferreira, to be honest.
145, isn't it? I mean, but what's Ferreira done, really?
Nothing. The thing is, I've actually not been a big fan of Ferreira, but so many people around me rate him very highly. I mean, for what it's worth, I did watch him live last year at Leeds during the 100. He was good, but he didn't seem great. And I really felt that IPL, I don't think he'll be able to do much. But because people around me have been raving so many good things about him, I really thought, probably I should take their word. And clearly it's backfired.
He's a beautiful striker of the ball, but he does feel a little bit like Glenn Phillips to me, in that he's now on the circuit and he's around, and there's no doubt in some of the innings he's played, you could see just how good he is. I'm not sure we've seen any proof that he is a consistent player, though, that deserves to be, an automatic player in the IPL right at the moment. Now, he's about to hit his prime, so in the next year or two, he should be able to do that. But I kept saying that about Glenn Phillips as well, right? And that hasn't really happened. In the SA20, he averages 22. The 100 is probably where he's been his absolute best. He's been a monster in 100. Major League Cricket, let's forget that for a bit. Blast Cricket, he hasn't done much. So when he played his season in the Blast and didn't do much. But we're up to 7 innings in the IPL for an average of 16 and a strike rate of 120, right?
Yeah.
Not saying he can't play, and it's a weird role that he has because he's an overseas player, bats really, really deep. You hear a lot about him being an all-rounder, but I've never actually really seen him bowl anywhere.
Nah. He doesn't
I'm
bowl.
sure he
He
has
stopped
bowled.
bowling. He bowled in the first season of SA20 leg spinner, but he's not really bowled anything since then. Yeah.
So he's one of those players who he's doing well to be in this side, right? And he might be the right fit. I'm not saying I can't think of another player off the top of my head that you would have. Maybe I don't know. Would Jordan Cox be able to bat down the order? Trying to think of some other international overseas sort of players of that level who could bat in that position.
In any of the IPL teams or who are available out
Yeah. I just mean kind of fringy kind of players, like
Got it. Jordan Cox, like kind of like them.
I'm trying to. I mean, Jordan Cox is probably more up the order, but I think he could do that role.
James Coles, what do you think? I haven't seen much of his batting.
Coles is probably higher up the order. It's more about how he plays spin. He has one of the highest 6 rates, I think, in English cricket against spin.
Anyone done under in Australia? Can't think of any middle order, low middle order.
I mean,
batters.
Mitch Owens is the other one, right? Of that kind of player, but I just don't think he's very good when he comes in down the order.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just a case there aren't that many. Even guys like Tim David have gone up the order now, haven't they?
Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, I'm not faulting them for going after Ferreira.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, based on what he has done so far in his career, he hasn't really, there are other people who have ridiculous numbers, right? Who can't even get into a squad. And he's in a side. So he's a step up on that.
That is true.
And as I said before, Glenn Phillips was around for a long time, right? Before, like, he's been in the IPL for what, 5 years, Glenn Phillips?
Yeah, 2020. This is the 7th season. So
Mick Lebowski says, thoughts on Ashwin's mid-season loan idea for CSK? Do you know what this is?
Yeah, so Ashwin suggested CSK going after Vihan Malhotra from RCB. So he's the under 19 off-spinning all-rounder. So yeah, he was like, he's not played any of the games, so he's technically eligible to be traded or loaned or whatever it is. So yeah, why isn't CSK exploring that? But a lot of people then raise the very valid point. CSK spent 28 crores on 2 uncapped players. You might as well use them.
At least see how they go.
Yeah.
Do you know the team who should be doing mid-season trades?
KKR?
I would package up all of my senior players, anyone over the age of about 32 that isn't Narayan or a star, and I would say, what can I get for Rahane, Tripathi? Who wants
Manish
a good fielder?
Pandey.
Yeah, who wants a good fielder? Manish Pandey, right? Because they are so fucking old, that side. So they can't do what CSK did last year when CSK started playing kids. Because they've got all these old fucking dudes in their side. So say to someone, what do you want them for? We will sell you 5 senior players, right, for nothing. Give us 2 kids, one of which you don't even like.
CSK actually could do with the Manish Pandey or a Rahane in the middle order, to be honest. They could really do with someone.
No one could do with Rahane in their middle order.
I'll take Manish Pandey. Maybe not Rahane, I agree with you, but I'd happily take Manish Pandey. He surely cannot be a step down from whatever they're having right now.
Because even if you don't play them, does that not allow them... See, this is where teams need to get smarter. What CSK did last year was fascinating, right? They signed, 3 potential future prospects during the season, right? So if I'm KKR now, whether I need to clear up spots on my roster or in my money or however I need to do it, I don't know the logistics of that. But I am literally going out and going, who are the stars for next year? And I want them all. Because they literally have no young players on their roster.
There are a couple of interesting names coming up in domestic cricket. But yeah, it also is down to how agile they are as a management and how desperate they are to sort of sign some of these youngsters. And I don't
There's a
think
young, isn't there a young all-rounder around that everyone thinks will go for money in next year's auction?
RS Amrish, who apparently even trialed for KKR, if I'm not wrong, which is why for the longest time, who was injured because they were looking to sign. Oh yeah, when Harshit Rana was injured, RS Amrish was everyone's in that KKR is surely going to sign him, and they ended up signing Navdeep Saini. Like, so it didn't make sense. But yeah, RS Amrish is like being hyped too much, and I already feel for the guy because again, I've not seen a lot of him, but from what little I've heard, he is apparently someone who can already clock about 140. He's a great tonker and he's like 17, 18. So he's a prodigy. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Even CSK, if I'm not wrong, brought him for trials because they're also yet to sign a replacement for Khalil. And I don't know if Amrish was a part of the trials. I know Akash Madhwal was and Rajvardhan Hung. Yep.
If I have any money left in my salary cap, I'll just give it to him now. Teams have to be smarter. These are the ways that you get ahead.
Yeah. CSK could only do what they did in 2025 because the auction happened before this match finished and top performers went unsold. Thanks, BCCI says PG back. That's a very valid point.
But Brevis was in that.
Oh, that Delhi, man. Do you know the story about Brevis? I mean, again, I'm terming it story as if this is facts. I don't know if it's a fact, but more of a folklore,
Allegedly.
more of a tale. Allegedly. There we go. So apparently, like, have you heard of anything around Brevis and DC potentially wanting him and everything?
No.
So from what I've heard, again, allegedly, DC again had to sign a replacement. Harry Brook.
Oh yeah,
right?
this one. Yeah, I think I know. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so Hemang Badani did want Deval Brevis because they thought, yeah, middle order batter, perfect replacement for Harry Brook would really add a lot of value to them. And it does make sense. He was also, I want to say, was he a part of Pretoria Capitals as well at the SA20? I think he played for the Capitals. He was with MI before and then moved to Capitals this year. But anyways, guess who said, no, we don't need Brevis. That's not the kind of player we need. He's a player. He's a mentor who loves going to Maldives, who's
KP.
KP said no. KP said we don't need Brevis. Why do we need Brevis? So they sat on it, and guess who they signed later? They signed Sadikullah Atal.
So there's 4 players last year. Ervil, Matre. No, Matre was already on CSK's books, wasn't he? No, Matre wasn't.
No, replacement.
Yeah.
Ervil,
Matre, Brevis, and Luandre Pretorius all get signed last year, right?
Yeah.
Are you telling me there isn't one guy now that's out there?
No, they definitely are. They definitely are.
So why the fuck would you wait?
I mean, I've been.
You see what I'm saying?
On top of my voice. Yeah.
Oh, unfortunately, we had to make a trade of Manish Pandey and 7 other dudes to another side. Unfortunately, all these players just retired suspiciously midway through the season. Like, do what you have to do, right? Like, bring up a spot that's open. I'm not even saying they don't have an open spot. I'd have to, this is one of the reasons, unfortunately, in the IPL, trying to find this information while you're live on air is almost impossible because having a functioning website that tells you how much a team has left on salary cap and whether they can sign anyone apparently is beyond us as a sport. But
wait, I can check that. Check that for you. And also, Jared, one thing, since you mentioned retired, like if a player retires mid-season, will that slot be considered vacant? Can they sign a replacement?
I would assume it's vacant, but I don't know.
Surely not.
It should be vacant.
But then don't you think that's but that makes it a very easy workaround. Like teams could just sign old players for the sake of it and then be like, yeah, you know what? Let's use our trump card now.
Mate, what are you talking about?
Okay.
How many players have been marked out of a season during the IPL when they still could have played in that season? You don't need to retire.
No, I mean...
My point is, he's got a bit of a leg thing. It's touch and go. Maybe he'll be okay for the playoffs. We're not sure we're going to make the playoffs. We probably need a replacement, though, for the next couple of weeks. We'll sign someone else. Done. No one's even going to bat an eyelid.
But injury still makes sense because retire means the player's done. Like you're
No,
effectively.
but I'm saying
ending a
it doesn't
player's
matter to me
career.
whether it's
Yeah.
retired or injured. Like you just find a way. So when I got the job at St. Lucia, I spent one day, actually maybe it was 2 days, in my hotel room reading the CPL conditions, and I found
Okay.
14 loopholes that could have improved the team for the following year.
Could you name a few if that's all
Okay,
right?
the most simple one in the CPL, and I don't know if there's a loophole that stops it in the IPL, but the most simple one in the CPL was you were allowed to pay players for publicity outside of the CPL.
Oh yeah, that's
Right?
the case even in IPL. Yeah.
Okay, so if that's the case, why don't I just sign every single player and then get them to be my ambassador for the rest of the year, and I just have all the best players?
Which
Right?
is essentially what IPL does. Like
Oh,
they've been doing this for 18
it does.
years.
It does, and it doesn't. You could do it. The Mumbai one is probably the most obvious with Kieran Pollard, but it doesn't do it to the way. If I wanted to win the IPL, I could go to every major player, right, and be like, "Do you want to win an IPL? We can actually make this happen very, very easily."
But I mean, the thing is, it's not just down to money, right? It's if as a team I'm offering something, even the current, like for instance, let's say I walk up to I don't know who Jasprit Bumrah and I say, you know what, I'll give you X amount of money. MI can match that, and I'm not talking about just MI. Any team
No,
that you go
MI
to,
is
if
the
you
team
want
who
them
would
up.
be doing this, though.
Yeah. I'm talking about any team. I know MI is the wrong example because MI definitely
Well,
matches
but
anything
Rajasthan
anyone
aren't going to
wants.
do it. Like Rajasthan before now weren't going to do it. Diageo and RCB wouldn't have done it, right?
RCB's done it. No, there's a very clear example.
They
It's
all
very
do
fair.
it. They all do it, but
Yeah.
they do it for a couple of Indian players who are already on their books. What they're not doing at the moment, actually, is they're
Oh,
not
poaching
convincing players to
players.
take less money, and it's very easy. But in these
Oh,
smaller leagues, the IPL at least is tough to do it in. If you wanted to win the
fair.
CPL and you had a couple of $1 million, you could do it every single year, right? And it's not just the CPL. I've seen other playing conditions. It's very similar.
Yeah. Also, since Andy is taking the mickey out of me, saying Akshay saying Pandey is an upgrade on a middle order of Sarfraz, Brevis and Dubey is one of my favorite cricket takes of all time. Mate, where's Ayush Matre? I'm talking about replacing Ayush Matre in the 11. How are you going to replace Ayush Matre? These three are already a part of the 11. Can you please tell me who are you going to replace Ayush Matre with in your squad? I don't think. I mean, clearly your team is. I mean, since I'm mentioning your team because one of your earlier comments mentioned my team. You're not trusting Urval Patel. You're not trusting Karthik Sharma. You're not trusting Prashant Veer. So clearly you want someone else. So yeah, I don't think
The,
Manish Pandey is that bad.
the important thing at the moment is that they should be trying to make that trade happen anyway. Would you like CSK? Would you like some Rahul Tripathi back?
But I'll actually mention a name, Mayank Agarwal. I don't think he did too badly for RCB in the last three games, including the final and everything. I was genuinely very surprised that RCB let go of him. I was even more surprised that no team bought him back. I really thought KKR were going to buy someone like a Mayank Agarwal and make him captain. Because Rahane, again, I'm sorry, pre-auction, I really thought Rahane is a name they'll move past. But for some reason, they held on to him. And yeah, you can see how that's worked out for them.
So we're in the last over. They're going to get past 145, which was the expected runs not that long ago. So small kick up here towards the end.
Yeah, Shubham's done well.
Yeah.
Oh, misfield
too.
too.
It's done well.
Yeah,
Will it?
yeah, true.
Did that just go through his legs? Who's that at mid wicket?
Markram.
God.
Oh yeah, it's gone through him. Right. Oh, meanwhile, you were talking. You wanted to know what's the purse remaining for each of the sides. So CSK has 2.4 crores. Any one team you want to know in particular, or do you want to know
KKR.
the purses for? Oh, KKR has 45 lakhs remaining. Oh, by the way, they've already exhausted their player limit. They've bought 25.
That's what
players.
I'm saying. So that was my guess, as this one is whacked back down
Yeah.
the ground for 4 here. Like lovely shot by Jadeja. Okay, so the only way to do this is through a trade, right?
Yeah, trade or you break someone's leg and be like, yeah, we've got a player
Oh,
injured
no.
here, so. Yeah.
What a shame.
You think teams intentionally buy a couple of players just as buffers, in case if we need to break someone's leg? These are our fall guys. They
No,
are the ones-
I think they just realize that people will fall on the sword.
Oh man.
If
I
you're old,
wanna
if you're an
believe that
older
our
player
teams will
now,
Yeah.
if you're an older player now, you've got one eye on coaching and mentoring and everything else, right? And these franchises
Yeah,
look after people, right?
I was suggesting, first of all, Pandey is not a replacement. He's a part of another side. But how is that me showing my RCB fandom? I just don't get that. Like, Jared, again, correct me if I'm wrong. How is me suggesting that, yeah, the CSK wouldn't
I mean,
mind
to
the
be
money
honest,
spent?
I don't know why he's worried about Pandey as a replacement for Aish is the issue when he actually said Rahane as well. Like there were
Yeah, exactly.
many problems with what Akshay said. Short, and he tries to get this away and hook it, but he doesn't, and it comes off the gloves and goes out to deep. Oh God, who was that? They've got an extra run here from an overthrow, but whoever that was,
Ayush Badoni.
Badoni. Yeah, I thought it might have been Badoni.
Yeah.
As he picked the ball up, he threw it backwards. The old under 12 trick. I haven't seen someone do that in a couple of years. Oh no, he didn't. Sorry, he didn't. He just missed it.
It slipped. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
to be fair,
But someone did that last year. I think Bartlett had done that. If you remember, he was fielding at third man. He tries to throw the ball and it goes backward and crosses the boundary. Oh, that was hilarious to watch.
151 for 6, 2 balls to go. So Shubham's kind of been stuck at the wrong end here. He's 19 off 11.
Yeah.
Jadeja's 35 off 27.
But he scored
just gonna
12 or 4
force
so
this
far.
away, and no, there'll be another 2 to Badoni. Lots of 2s here.
Yeah.
Big surface. They found the gaps, but not really put any pressure back on.
14 runs, last ball. If he can somehow get this over the line, not bad. 159, 160 target. I think they can live with that.
So the market still says, even though they've scored more runs, because the impact subs come in, the market still says that Lucknow is an 82% chance of winning.
Ooh, I wouldn't give them. Oh, 82%. I would probably. I think
So
it's
1
more
in
like
5.
65, 35.
1 in 5,
Yeah.
they're saying Rajasthan win from here.
Yeah.
You think 1
I think
in
it's
3?
more like. Yeah, more like 1 in 3 for me. Yeah.
Well, you need to contact Rob.
Oh man, I'm speaking as if I'm some market maker or something.
Oh, this is up in the air. Is it going to be 6? It is. So
Oh,
hook shot
lovely.
right off the last ball. So they've got 2 4s and a bunch of 2s, and then finish that over with a 6. That's kind of how they
20.
needed to finish. So 159 for 6. Jadeja ends up with 43 off 29. But maybe the most important innings was the impact batting sub. Shubham Dubey, the other Dubey, the Dubey with a Y, however you want, just in case you're misunderstanding what I'm saying here. He made 19 off 11. They needed to make that change, and they've got themselves up to something that is, in some ways, defendable. It's still 80% chance that Lucknow win from here, but we have seen Lucknow bat. And I haven't looked at the lineup today. Is Mohammad Shami going to bat at number 8 today?
They'll bring
Yes,
in
he
an
is.
impact player, so he's going to bat at number. Is he
8.
at number 8 now, or is
He's
he
at number 7 now.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So any batting lineup with Mohammad Shami at number 8, I instantly think's going to lose, even when they shouldn't.
Yeah.
But let's see anyway. Obviously, there's some form issues and everything else. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Actually, are you back for the second innings as well?
Yep, I am.
Perfect. I'm back for the second innings. We might have Roberto Barron as well, but we'll see you in a few moments for more on Combox. But how about a little bit of power rankings before you go? We love the game, but we love the stories. Fans have stories. Former players have stories. Journalists have stories as well. Combox brings them all together. The game lives on. Now, quite comfortably, and took Delhi to the last over before David Miller finished it off. Both of the wickets were a bit tricky, so we didn't see a load of runs. But one player doing well is Bhuvi Kumar from the Badlands. It's actually hard to pinpoint an objectively bad game for him. He's been amongst the top wicket takers, and no one has scored off him either. One player not doing as well is Jitesh Sharma. In both chases, he came in without having much left to do, but he's also gotten stuck a couple of times batting first, most notably against Delhi. RCB were 4-2 in 6 games, and 5-3 in 8 last season as well. So a 2-1 split here should work very well. They're weirdly locked into this loop of just playing Delhi and Gujarat over and over again. So this is a tougher part of their season. So let's see how they go. Punjab have won 2 games. There was a moment when Mumbai seemed to be on course to set a huge total after the early wickets, but Punjab were able to restrict them before gunning it down comfortably. And Lucknow was an absolute mauling. One player doing well is Cooper Connolly, who's been very impressive so far in this IPL. Remember, in the Big Bash before this tournament, he averaged like 19 for the season. Suddenly, he stepped up in 3 of the 5 innings. And again, we've seen very good signs from him. He got stuck in the power play versus LSG, and then they bowled him Badoni, and he went absolutely nuts after that and played a great knock. One player not doing so well is now Wadira. And I think it's nitpicking a little bit because they're playing really good cricket. But at the moment, it's just not quite working for them. He's facing over 40% of dot balls, which is a lot more than he was last year. And he's not really finding any boundaries either. We're about to find out a lot about Punjab because so far, they haven't actually played anyone good. They've certainly not gone up against the 27 Yankees, right? So their schedule coming up is Delhi, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. These are teams that are actually in contention, and they should test Punjab a lot more. If this team is the real deal, they could go 2-1. But I don't think if I'm a Punjab fan, I'm that worried about going 1-2 here because you're already pretty much booked your playoff spot. And this is a quality team, even if we don't know quite what their heights are right now. I feel like the topping has come off the pizza a little bit with Rajasthan. And it would feel very, very differently if Nandare Burger had taken that very simple catch. But that's not what happened. And Ravindra Jadeja ends up with 2 for 8 in 3 overs and doesn't bowl out. And somehow KKR get over the line despite the fact that they looked like they were actively not trying to win that game. I don't think it's time to throw Rajasthan out as a genuine title contender, but they now do look a tier back. But when it comes to form, Ravi Bishnoi has stayed in it. He's already taken 1 more wicket than last season. Anyone who's followed my stuff will know I've been obsessing over this fact. He's attacking the stumps more, he's bowling quicker, he's doing lots of little things that are really working for him. And in fact, he gets the bowl after Archer and Berger have usually taken a wicket is just even better for him. Weirdly enough, the player doing badly is Riyan Parag. He had 2 fantastic IPL seasons, and now he is the full-time captain. And there's been more than enough chances for him to make an impact, and so far, he's made none. We've almost seen more of him talking about his captaincy than we have him batting. Rajasthan is a genuine title contender. I think they win 2 out of their next 3 games. They're going up against LSG and the Sunrisers. They should just win both of those, but then the big game is on the 28th of April when they go up against Punjab. That's really when we're going to learn a lot about them. Delhi beat RCB and their bowlers pulled back the game in the first innings before their batters took it deep. Maybe too deep. But KL Rahul's innings was high intent despite early wickets, and Tristan Stubbs, with a little bit of help from David Miller, finished the game. Lungi Ngidi is doing very well. His pace-off deliveries have lit up the IPL the way they did in the World Cup. In the final 5 overs, he's only going at 7.5 economy, and even in the power play, he's not gone for many. One player doing badly is Era, 404. It's a batting lineup with an incredibly high floor, and the bowling attack is solid. Nitesh Rana was an issue, and they gave him 3 games, and now he's been dropped. There really isn't an obvious player for this section. They're going to go up against an on-the-rise Sunrisers and then 2 strong teams in 3 days. So it's a very tough little schedule. A 2-1 split here is really good, but unfortunately for them, they absolutely have to go 2-1. Last week, Gujarat did well to restrict KKR to 180 in the first innings, and never really looked out of control during the chase. But against Mumbai Indians, it was the opposite. They lost that game by 99 runs, and I still don't fully understand how. One player doing well is Rashid Khan. He has 6 wickets in as many games, but crucially, he's only going at 7.7 runs and over. And I think with him, that's even far more important than the wickets. There's a lot of bowlers that you could actually pick for this, but if he has a good season with all the other bowlers doing well, that makes him a very hard team to scheme for. I had Sai Sudarshan as the likely player to make the most runs because he's almost automatic with the bat. In 2025, he's the leading run scorer. And this year, he is absolutely not the leading run scorer. He played 1 good innings against Rajasthan, although they did lose that game. In the other 5 games, he's made 62 runs. They need him because they have a top-heavy strategy. And at the moment, it's toppling over. Gujarat is one of the few teams that has a fantastic bowling lineup, but they are 3-3 at the moment. And 2 of their next 3 games are against RCB. They do have a softer game against CSK in the middle, but this feels like a really important 3-game sample size. There's a lot of teams around them in the table. They have to actually start winning more than they lose. Last week for the Sunrisers, Abhishek Sharma and Heinrich Klaasen made runs. But maybe more importantly, they now have young bowlers who take wickets. Saqib Hassan looks like a genuine find. Hinga's bowling really well. And Eshan Malinga stepped up big time to beat CSK when it looked like they were going to win that chase. One player doing well is Nitesh Kumar Reddy. He's actually influenced 3 games with the bat and 2 with the ball. His overall numbers maybe don't look as spectacular, but when he's being good, it's really helping them a lot. Of course, most importantly, he's quicker now. He's been working with Stephen Jones, and quite clearly, he's faster. And what's noticeable this year is that, as always, he's batting really well against spin, but he has managed to start hitting pace. He's still going out against it, but he's striking 150. One player doing badly, though, is Travis Head. The Travishek opening partnership has now clicked thrice, but the Head part of it is not really looking like himself. He's had a couple of innings where he's looked fine, but 3 or 4 now where he gets to about 10 off 10 and just doesn't look like he's going to make any runs. It's a tough little stretch for the Sunrisers now because they play 2 good teams, home and away, before they get the Mumbai game. So as long as they split the Delhi-Rajasthan game and they beat Mumbai, that gets them to 2-1 and gives them some sort of confidence going ahead. Last week we said that Mumbai would have to win both of their games because they need to win so many, and they went 1-1, which is poor for them. Punjab beat them quite comfortably. But they went up against Gujarat, who's a good side, and not only did they win, they massively improved their net run rate. Tilak Varma played perhaps the best catch-up knock of the season, and their bowling really stepped up. One player doing well is Naman Dia. He's been promoted up the order. He made 50 off 31 and 45 off 32. But that second one was also in a period where his team was doing nothing and the ball was darting around. He hit 2 boundaries in a row on the offside that I'm going to remember for a very, very long time. He looks like a very promising talent, and also if he can nail the number 3 role, it allows him to use Tilak in a way that India did in the back end of the T20 World Cup. But one player doing badly is Surya Kumar Yadav. He scored a decent half century in Delhi, but he batted slowly in the chase against RCB and otherwise hasn't made runs. Fans have already completely turned on him. But it's hard to know if this is just a little form blip or something more serious. But one of the major reasons that Mumbai have been so bad this year is so many of their stars have been awful, and he has probably been the worst of them. They've just got past the bad part of their schedule. They now play CSK home and away, and they also go up against the Sunrisers. They're playing young players, but they've got Rohit Sharma and a lot of experience to bring back in if they want to use it. If they can maintain their net run rate with no other teams in the middle of the pack really going anywhere, a 2-1 split here wouldn't be terrible, but realistically, with their bad start, they've got to go for 3-0. Last week, we said they had a sneaky good schedule coming up, and after 75% of the second game, it looked like they were going to win 2 in a row. But apart from Matre, all the batters just got stuck. But clearly, Jamie Overton is doing well. He's had 2 really good games versus Delhi and Hyderabad. He's been at his absolute best through these middle overs, which is where CSK have bowled in the most. He's also chipped in with the bat, though mostly to ensure the net run rate isn't hopeless. The problem with Jamie Overton is, by the time he comes into most of these games, CSK are already behind. It's just an issue for him in this team. One player not doing as well is Noor Ahmed, who last year was arguably their best player. This time, he's only got 4 wickets, and 3 of those were against KKR, who obviously can't play against spin. There are signs he's finding some form, but one of the reasons they've struggled so much this year is because it's taken him a long time to find it. It is a pretty interesting schedule ahead, with Mumbai Indians home and away and a few rest days. Gujarat is a tricky game, but if they can find a way to go 2-0 versus their out-of-form rivals, it might keep them alive for a little bit more. However, with Khalil Ahmed injured and out of the competition, just as he had his best bowling performance, it's going to be very tough. And of course, they've just added Matre to that. I think they're done as far as a genuine playoff chance, but also I thought that weeks ago. Last week, we were really worried about Lucknow as they were playing very good teams, and they themselves are not a very good team. And both matches were very convincing losses. But one player doing well out of all of the madness is Prince Yadav. He's been one of the most impressive bowlers in the IPL. I had my eye on him last year, but I wasn't quite sure how it was going to translate. But this year has been impactful in all 3 phases of the game. He's a proper wicket taker at the start and the middle. His work against Punjab was just incredible. I had him listed as my player of the week. Unfortunately, one player doing badly is quite clearly Nicholas Puran, whose form slump has not yet shown any signs of improving. Once Josh English returns, I think it's just going to be a straight swap. I think they just have to give up on him at the moment. And unlike Klaasen, it's not even that he's spending a lot of time at the crease. He basically gets to about 8 off 8. And then the minute he tries to hit 6s, he's almost instantly out. This is not a bad 3-game run for a team who's been struggling quite a bit. They've got 2 home games. Yes, one is against Rajasthan, but the other one's KKR. And then they're at Mumbai. The absolute best case scenario is that they win 2 games. And maybe if Rajasthan continues to fall, they could even steal the 3rd. But I think it's just as likely they win none of these. KKR should be sending a fruit hamper to Nandre Berger for dropping Rinku Singh in that other game. They were all over the shop in that one, and I'm still not sure how they won. They very easily could have lost all 3 of these. But one player doing well is Sunil Narine. I mean, almost every time we come to the IPL, he is just unhittable. And this is another season where he's turned up. Maybe a slightly slower start than usual. When we're looking at the one player doing badly for KKR, the list is incredibly long. We've gone with Rinku Singh, even though he just won his team. So far, he has 132 runs in 6 innings at a strike rate of 130. So yes, he's won a game, but outside of that, it's been really dire for him. They have 3 away games on the trot, but weirdly with lots of rest in between. And to be honest, they have to win all of these to keep themselves alive. It's not really a murderer's row, right? Sunrises before the Delhi game. However, you would have to be a very optimistic fan to believe they do anything better than 1 and 2 out of this. So here are our final ratings. RCB, Punjab, Rajasthan, Delhi, Gujarat, Sunrisers, Mumbai, CSK, Lucknow, and KKR. The one thing... Combox. The game lives on. Hello everyone and welcome back. Have we got Rob Barron on a microphone that works? Oh.
Yes.
Can he make the microphone sound worse?
Love that,
than
Rob.
it was before?
How's that?
Much better.
How are we doing?
Now keep touching it. That's what microphones love. Roberto, Varun, anyone thoughts on the first innings? As we see Mitchell Marsh and Badoni going to open the battle.
I don't know. I kind of tuned out after Vaibhav got out.
Yeah, it gave me a really good chance to catch up on my actual job that innings.
Jared, what was this about you being the director of photography for Opono?
Now we're talking. We're away.
Forget the cricket for a second.
I was asked to come in and direct a porn film. Wouldn't have been long before I got into cricket writing. So maybe around 2006, 2007.
Hang on a minute. You used the word direct there, Jared. You were asked to direct a porn film.
No. I was going to be the director of photography. I think my friend was going to direct it. And then the next, if we got the job again, we would have switched roles.
What? Okay, we can break this down. Never mind the cricket. What would your directorial ideas have been?
No.
Omit no detail with your answer.
I asked to write the scripts, right? That's what I really wanted to do. And they said, we've got like thousands of scripts. We don't need anything. And I went, but I haven't written a script. Like, you have no idea what this could be.
You have done something related to cricket.
But yeah, no, sadly, I can't remember what happened. There was some sort of, I can't remember if it was a contractual thing or they got another company in to do it cheaper or whatever it was, but never happened.
So you were too expensive, is what you're saying?
I can't remember if that was the case or if it was something that, but either way, we never went to Canberra. We never shot the film.
I mean, you have missed some opportunities in your life, Joe, but that one stands out as something you should have done better with. What were your ideas? What would your ideas have been? You can get them out now.
Well, no. So, I mean, I hadn't got that far because my first thing, Rob, was literally the hardest thing in porn is to light it correctly and then film it correctly, right? So all I was doing
was the hardest thing.
That's the hardest thing.
Sorry. The hardest thing in the director of photography, it's really hard to light porn because you need so much extra light and you can't have shadows. So you need to be really clever about the way you do it. And then you have to be very careful about where you put the camera because as the woman said to me at the time, she goes, the most important thing is we can't just see bouncing testicles the whole time.
That's true. No one wants to see that, do they?
She was very clear on that. She was very, very clear on that. Also, a singer said here, yeah. That would have been a great gig. It's kind of the two things. Honestly, the two things I would have loved to have done would have been going to that Puff Daddy party I was supposed to be invited to.
That's my biggest regret on your behalf.
And filmed porn. Those were the two things that I really should have pushed for.
See, then your memoirs get interesting as Jofra comes in for his first ball. There's always a wicket.
Oh, it almost is a wicket. Great Yorker.
That's a good night, isn't it? I think Mitch Marsh.
I would have cropped that one out though, Rob.
That's swinging low. So it was masses of swing, wasn't it, for Shami and the others early? And it looks like we're going to get masses of swing now.
It was that. Do you know what that was though? It was a really late swing.
Yeah, that's nightmarish. I think if someone obviously told Marsh that Jofra's got a wicket with this first ball in the last 3 games, he said, "You better be awake," because I think that ball gets a lot of people out.
Oh, what a beautiful shot! Second ball. He's almost. Is that Rian Parag at mid off? He's almost hit his hand off his body there. That was so much power. As that it was 90 miles an hour and just struck. If it was delivered at 90 miles, it might have been hit at 100 miles.
I'm still trying to think of what storyline I would go with. Like, do you get cricket involved with it? Was that your plan, or you didn't get to the plan at all?
No, we did because
disappointed.
So,
like, your wisdom's being delivered, sir. Like, there's a start, like pretty standard.
As this is driven through the covers for 4 by Mitch Marsh. I got recruited to do the filming directly. Me and my friend. So we both wanted to write the scripts, obviously, and also I'm not sure how much script there was, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
it might have been one of those ones that was less script and more fun.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. I never got there.
Mm-hmm.
And what role would you want for yourself if you had to have like a cameo? What would you do?
Oh, is this one
yeah,
is
that's a good shot.
absolutely hammered down the ground for 4. I don't know. I like those. Have you ever seen those ones where there's always like a random? No, you've never seen any porn, so I don't know how to explain this to you, Rob. Yeah, no, I always thought like I like the characters who were kind of in porn but aren't involved in the sex.
Yeah, that would be very daunting, wouldn't it? That'd be a tricky day at the office, wouldn't it?
I have what my favorite band, the band who wrote the song "The Parables of Glenn McGrath's Haircut." They had a live DVD once, and on the live, like an extras DVD once, and on it they had this incredible conversation about like how much fun it would be to write the non-porn dialogue, right? So the dialogue in between the sex.
That's good.
And I remember them having this whole thing about tennis rackets, and they had this whole tennis racket skit of like, my handle is long, but it's a little bit worn at the end, and I have strings in it. And in the old days, it would have been catgut. And you just like the idea of like having a conversation like that, and then turning around to bum chicka bow wow. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to come up with the most obscure, stupid dialogue possible.
Run out chance, yeah, big run out.
Oh, he's got him!
Oh, wow!
God, when you said that, I was like, he'll get back easy, and he didn't even get close. Badoni is gone.
Ball watching. Marsh standing in the middle of the pitch with both his arms out never helps in the decision making of should we run or not. I don't think there was ever a run there.
No.
And for once, somebody hits when they should.
Yeah, I think what's happened there is Marsh has run, but not called. And then he sort of looked at Badoni to say, I'm not sure there's a run here, mate. And it was too late. But Marsh would have been run out too, wouldn't he?
Yeah, somebody was going to be out there if he hit the stumps.
It's possible that Badoni actually called that, and that's why Marsh was running. And then Marsh suddenly looked up and went, there's no run here.
But he did then stand there like this, which...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm saying they both played a part in that one.
They thoroughly deserve to have lost their wicket there. And Badoni departs for a well-made none off one.
Golden duck, but not a golden duck.
Yeah. That's got to be a really shit feeling, that, hasn't it?
Oh, so by the way, did you guys would have seen the fielding in the last game when there was a run out chance and Rishabh Pant ran through the stumps, and then the fielder came in to pick to try and grab the stump and miss the stump, then pick the stump up with that ball that they didn't have the hand. Sorry, pick the stump up with the hand without the ball in it. Do you remember all that?
I remember all of it vividly.
Okay. So I checked with my friend Paul, as you know, Rob, who is one of the world's leading gurus in this.
Tell him to get in touch with me, by the way. I want to talk to him about something.
Why don't you just send him a message?
Because I did, and he didn't reply. I'll tell
him now.
Thank you.
Rob Barron says, you're a dick.
I like Paul, but I want us to conquer and absolve cricket of all its sins. So I want integrity to be sorted, and he is the man that can help me.
Whereas I use him for shit like this, where I'm like,
which is just as important.
I can't be bothered reading the laws live while I'm on air, and I can't find the right law. Could you tell me what I should be fighting?
So the bit, like, I couldn't work out whether you're meant to, because my understanding is if you pick the stump up and whack the ball against the stump with your hand, that's out, right?
Okay, so yes, that is one way of doing it. The ball must be in the hand of which you are picking the stump up with, which is almost impossible to do with one hand, right? You can do it.
Okay, so that's hard. That is hard to do. Because my hands aren't very big. So if I've got a ball, don't have a ball on me. I'll get a ball.
Yeah.
If I have a ball in my hand and now I have to pick up a stump, that's quite hard. But picking up my stump with the left and banging the right hand on it.
It is possible to have a ball and a selfie stick in your hand at the same side. So if you look at it, what most people do is they actually pick the ball up as Nandare Burger comes in, and there's a big swing by Rishabh Pant for his first ball, and he misses it. What most people do is they have the ball in their hands and they pick the stump up with both hands, right?
Yeah.
The other way that Paul was telling me is, of course, all you're really trying to do is get the ball out of the ground, so you can actually take the ball and knock the stump all the way out.
Okay, but can you pick the stump up with your left hand out of the ground and smash the ball onto it with your right?
You can, but what you can't do is what he was doing in that particular situation.
Yeah.
Which is he had the ball in his right and he had the stump in the left.
The fact that
So the quickest way is either picking the ball up with the two hands, which is the easiest way, or knocking the stump out the ground.
And can you just... It doesn't look pretty, but it looks funny. Can you just... Another run-out chance nearly there. Marsh is on one this afternoon. Can you just run as fast as you can towards the stumps with the ball in your hand and just splatter everything?
Yes.
That's out, is it?
You're saying when the bails are off in this situation?
Yeah. So the bails are off. And
Yeah,
I am basically running as fast as I can, full shoulder into all three stumps splatter everywhere.
As long as the stump gets out of the ground, you're fine with that. Yes.
What if I run up like
without the bails is what you're saying?
Yeah, but you would have to be holding the ball in the arm that knocks the stump out.
Right, so I can't like slide tackle the stumps.
Not with your feet.
But I can go.
Oh, is Rishabh Pant gone here? He's played one of the most bizarre innings I've seen. He charged at the first two balls and missed them.
And then I was thinking of the same thing.
And then he thought, I'll slog sweep this away. And instead, he's got a little feather through and he's gone. But yes, balls and stumps.
So Sharasan KD was saying Pant is going to make the most boring 50 and they're going to win. Aged very well this.
Yeah.
One thing that innings was not is boring.
It is very hard to go out caught behind playing that shot, guys.
Big send-off from Berger as well, who I have not forgiven for that ridiculous drop catch.
Should we bring Akshay in?
Actually.
So hopefully now Akshay understands that you do need to have the ball in your hands, but you can also knock it out of the ground with the ball in the right hand. So he did that. So very specifically, from my memory of that run-out chance before, he did neither of those things. And on top of that, he also missed the stump the first time he tried to grab it, Rob, which is even funnier.
Also, Akshay, did you actually say like what was it? Manish Pandey is better than Dewal Brevis?
Yeah,
I believe that's not the
it's
exact
very
word.
clear. That's how I remember the conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, this is. I don't think we could have come up with a better example of how internet works. Oh wow! What a game of Chinese whispers.
If I remember directly, what he actually said was better than Sachin.
Yeah, better than Sachin. That's where I was at. Not Brevis. Who's Brevis? Yeah. Oh.
My camera's doing very odd things again. Sorry.
But I like looking at the sweaty part of your palm. Also, after the conversation from earlier.
Meanwhile, who was the first wicket out?
Oh, this
Oh.
might be another one. What a delivery from
Fucking
Nandre
hell,
Berger. It's angling across. Beautiful delivery there. And I tell you what, Rajasthan are about 3 balls away from being favourites here, Rob.
Stop putting me back in because I haven't sorted my camera out yet.
I'm not putting you back in.
Somebody is.
I don't like to put you back in when you should be in.
Again, way too many innuendos after that initial conversation, lads.
Is he back in? Oh, now I can't hear
What's
Akshay
sake?
again.
I think Akshay is
Nandre.
muted.
In, defended on the leg side by Markram for no run. So we've got one guy who can't work his camera and another guy who can't work his microphone, but between them, just fucking legends.
Yep, you guys can hear me now. It better be.
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
Don't,
Alright.
Haven't we talked about this? Don't you have a microphone? We've got a guy.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got to connect me to the guy.
Vignesh or Rakshit. I don't actually know who's producing at the moment, but whoever's producing, we need to hook Akshay up with Ishit, please, so we can get his microphone.
Yeah. It's right here. Right now, it's just the prop. If you want, I can just have it in front of me so that it looks professional.
Yeah. That's all we ask for.
Yeah.
That's probably more good areas. And what camera have you got? You look like this looks like the same camera you get in the corner of a 7-Eleven. It's like the security camera of a 7-Eleven at the
This is a
moment.
1990s camera footage.
This is what I've got. This is the
Why
same
is it so
camera.
fish-eyed? Why is
This
the
is
lens
the
so
same
distorted
camera.
there?
I mean, I don't know what's going on here. I need technical help. I don't do technical things. This camera doesn't work and it won't stand in the same place. So this is what you got.
Oh my god! Wait!
The-
Did I see that? I think Rob just might have stolen some sweets from the back of the 7-Eleven. No, what's the horror movie that's all security cameras? Is it oh fuck? Is it Insidious? It's one of them anyway. There's a horror movie that's all
Yeah.
The bloody hell. The punt wicket seemed 1.4 degrees.
He, as I said, he actually did well to edge that because he shouldn't have been caught behind. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, Varun, you said it seemed 1.4 degrees.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Landing
like
at
you said,
good
that's
length.
basically an off spinner.
Again, as Jared said, he did very well to get bat to ball. I think if he just played it remotely normally, I think he just leaves the bat.
I just saw this shot. Oh my God. How does one get out to a seaming delivery that way? Oh.
This is extremely tough batting conditions, isn't it? This.
But I did tell this to Jared.
Yeah, he did. To be fair, beforehand, Rob, I said that the market had them at 80%, and he said he had them at 65%.
Wow. Well, sack off these watchalongs and just get gambling.
I did tell him to send you a message.
Again, like all of you guys need truck driver's license. All of you guys. Just throw them under the truck, not even the bus. You guys need a truck, just drive and run it over.
But you were saying, Akshay, that you actually use a lot of illegal betting accounts already.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. That's true. That's
So
how
he
I
does.
make my money, right?
Mm.
That, pawn, and weed. What else do we need? Oh, that rhymed. Not intentionally, though, but yeah.
Oh, have you guys seen the news about Mohammed Nawaz?
Yeah.
No,
He
what's he
doesn't
done?
strike me as a player who smokes weed. I'm not saying it is weed. I don't know if we
Nawaz.
even know. It is weed?
But can you tell me who strikes you as a player who smokes weed?
I've got a list if you want.
Okay, I walked into that one.
Oh, no,
it's
this might be
fine,
another
yeah.
wicket. A top edge from Mitchell Marsh. Has it gone straight up?
I think that's
It
Markram,
has.
isn't it?
That's Markram.
Oh, sorry, it is Markram, yeah.
And he's
And
gone.
he's gone. Level
Well, 6
6
point.
7-6.
Hey, they're no longer favourites, Rob.
They absolutely aren't. What Rajasthan have a lot of good ones of is bowlers that can take advantage of good bowling conditions.
Yeah.
And you do not want Jofra steaming in at you bowling 150 or 147.4, as that made up speed gun says. And you shouldn't play that shot if it's your first ball. or if you haven't scored any runs off 5 balls, I mean, if it's your 6th ball, you're on 0. That's probably not the way to get away, is it? One that's a bit too straight from Jofra to play that kind of shot. And it's gone straight up in the air. Good from Jarrell to take his hat off immediately, because trust me, when you're wearing one of these hats, which is what he was wearing, the peaks are really big and they get in the way and they look utterly disgusting. So he's just gone, no, thank you, don't need that. I'm going to catch the ball.
Jared, was
Markram
that
isn't playing great, is he?
Sorry, Jared, was that a 3-course seam ball that Jofra bowled?
Oh, I didn't see. Sorry. I will tell you this, that they went... Oh, the market's going all over the place with that wicket, Rob. They were down to 32% chance for a second there, LSG.
Yeah, this is a crazy one. It's one where, what is it now? 1 in 3, it's saying that they chase these. But they need Pooran to do something, and that is not a good spot to be in with the way he's been batting.
I'm just having a look at the game so far. Tell me if I'm reading this correctly. There's been £77 million bet on this market on Betfair.
Yeah.
And they're seeing 61 million of that has been bet on LSG.
I wouldn't read too much into that.
That doesn't mean anything?
Not really. It's just whether you're backing or laying. You know, I could back LSG.
Because I thought that seemed a bit wild.
I can back LSG or lay Rajasthan, and they both mean the same thing. Like, some people just focus on the top bit of the market and they just use that. They just go back lay. Other people go back. Other people go lay. It just that's just like which buttons people like pressing the most, basically. How many would you give Pooran now, Jared Kimber?
110.
Considering how he's been going this season, what's your line for him?
Well, again,
does it start with a 2 is my question.
Okay. So he's been getting to 10 off 10 and then trying to hit a 6 and going out almost every time he's got in, right?
Apart from the one time where he went 6-6 and then out immediately.
Yeah. So he's not going to slog at 10 runs today, is he? So your only question is he going to handle the new ball with this pace and bounce?
I'm not sure anyone could handle this the way this bowling is happening now. If you're trying to score runs off it, I think you can survive. But as Markram just showed,
do you think he's going to try and score runs off it?
No,
I think he survives.
Around where I don't know. Yeah. I have to be honest. He hasn't got 20 yet this season, has he?
No.
I'm just counting on law of averages to sort of catch up.
He hasn't got 20 in his last 10.
I think he might chop on at some point.
That's a really good shot, actually.
That's a very good shot.
Clip this away for 4 off the pads.
Get him in the test.
Definitely the worst ball of the over as well.
Oh, yeah.
Very intriguing game, this.
Yeah.
Because Rajasthan have been here before, where they've not scored enough, had a team on toast early, and then let it go. They now need to keep going. And I think how you shuffle the pack is really important.
But that's where they're going to miss Sandeep Sharma, right? I actually think Pooran, I won't say might come good, but I think he'll sort of score at least over 20.
I think the
so
issue
we know
with
what action he's backing.
like only chasing 160s, you could be asleep for like 5 or 6 overs and you still the run rate isn't out of hand.
Yeah. And they've got only Brijesh to fall back on apart from Berger and Archer, and that's also a bit of an issue. I personally haven't really seen, I haven't really rated Brijesh much. He's a mid 120s, early 130s kind of pacer who's got a really good slow one, but yeah, I think he's the kind of pacer that Pooran would probably, or even Marsh for that matter, wouldn't mind facing a lot of.
Yeah, the big question really for them is how many overs did they give these two? Does Jofra get a third?
Yeah, I think yes.
Andre probably doesn't, right? But Jofra probably does.
I don't mind going 3 apiece.
Which bat's coming in? Sorry, I missed it earlier. Who will be the sub?
Badoni was the sub. Badoni was the sub, right? And he got out.
Oh.
No, they named Badoni.
Oh yeah, Badoni did field. Oh yeah, then Himmat Singh will in all likelihood be the sub.
Well, he's not allowed to face the ball, is he?
Yeah, and Jared, that means Shami will be batting at number 9 today for a change.
No, he can't be.
He's batting at 8.
Oh yeah, he does. Then who's missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They haven't put their impact sub in yet.
Who is the impact sub?
Yeah. It is Himmat.
No, they have Samad as well. So one of
Yes,
Himmat Singh. Oh,
Okay.
Samad.
Did they have a backup top order player? if they lose another wicket now?
Himmat Singh is technically a top order batter. When he was at the DPL and everything, he bats in the top 4. He bats at number 3, number 4. So yeah.
Have they played 4 overseas?
There is
I didn't see who the
Mayank,
subs were earlier.
No, they actually have played only 3, so they've got.
So they have
Zerati as well.
Breedsker and
So
the subs.
Britsky
They have
could come in,
3.
right?
Yeah.
Why not
Britsky
bring
can come.
Britsky in ahead of Puran?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be. He's actually quite well suited to this sort of chase.
That's, he's the perfect player for this situation, isn't
And
he?
Puran is not the perfect player for this situation. So Britsky is going to be the guy then,
Well,
We can't say that for sure. Yeah.
or Samad
If they
it's
don't
late,
lose the wicket,
need the
Yeah.
early wacky.
I think it'll be Himmat Singh in all likelihood. They seem to be done with Samad for the time being, at least. Last game he was dropped. That's what Pant mentioned at the toss as well. So, and Himmat faced one delivery. So yeah.
can I just read you guys the first line of Matthew Britsky's Cricinfo profile?
Yes, please.
It says, called a real character with a similar mindset to Virat Kohli by his Durban Supergiants captain Keshav Maharaj. I don't know a lot about Britsky, but no.
And if you've read that, you still don't know a lot about him, do you?
It's a big no from me, everyone.
That's
Was that written by a human? That line that you just read out, it didn't feel like it.
Well, I'm less worried about the line. Although I'm not sure I would have started the profile with it, but I'm more worried by the fact that that's what Keshav Maharaj might actually think. We've got a 27-year-old journeyman cricketer with a first-class average of 37. Do you know who he reminds me of? Virat Kohli.
I mean, it might. The thing is, it could be anything. It could be the way he dresses, the way he trims his beard. It could be anything that reminds him of Virat Kohli. It does not have to be that his batting reminds him of
It
Virat
says his
Kohli.
mindset, though. What are we talking about?
In the
Fair,
world,
fair.
right? If people call you a real character, that is not good. That is definitely not good.
God, that's coming from
Yeah, that was
someone
my
who's been
first
called
thought.
a real character a lot, isn't it?
If some divisive is my favorite that I've been called. He's divisive character. That means everybody hates him. So if you're a character or a real character, a character means you're a dick, but a real character, that is saying something. So, and if you look at his picture on Cricinfo, as I'm now looking at, not a big fan of that.
Also,
Him having a picture.
but
Do you know what I got when I moved to the UK, Rob? I got a lot. Anarchic.
oh,
And I had to look it up because I didn't even know what they meant. It's not a phrase that we would use in Australia. And then I was like, oh,
That's fair, I think.
I'm a state of disorder, chaos, or I have an absence of control.
Fair. I'd say you're full of anarchy. Better than being
by the
boring,
way,
though.
They've gone with a third one from Jofra. Sorry.
yeah,
actually.
they have to. They have to because RR have. I mean, the broadcaster listed only 5 bowling options. I also add Parag to that list, but they have only 6 bowlers, including Parag, so they have no option but to go for the kill here. There's no point trying to be defensive. So, yeah, and Sandeep Sharma, if I'm not wrong, was usually the 5th over, 6th over, like first change bowler who would bowl in the power play, and yeah, him not being there means they'll have to figure a way out.
What percentage of the time does having 3 overseas players in the team mean that you've structured an incredible side and you're really, really good compared to you've actually got an absolutely shit outside and anyone involved in this should be murdered?
What about when they turned up with 2 overseas early in the tournament? What about then? Hang on, they've got plenty of bowling options, really. If you count, they've got Bishnoi, Bridges,
Yeah,
Berger, Jofra.
Yeah.
That's 4.
yeah.
Donovan
Yeah.
Ferreira, Jadeja.
Ferreira,
doesn't bowl, man.
Ferreira, no. Please.
It's a bowling option.
Not-
You're more
No,
likely to
no,
bowl
no.
in this game than he is.
Jaiswal. Let's not forget that.
Then Ferreira is a bowling option. If Jaiswal is a bowling option, then so is Ferreira. So fair. Yeah.
So I
Parag.
think Jadeja is the
Basically,
5th
everyone
bowler.
can
And
bowl apart from Jarrell.
Parag is
I
the 6th
assume
bowler.
Suyavanshi's really good at it. We just haven't
That's
seen it
it.
yet.
Oh, is this out?
I
No.
thought that
Beautiful
was out.
ball. angling across.
Pooran, to be fair to him, is trying to see this threat off and struggling to do so because that is an absolute jaffa, that ball. He's done well.
My word.
So Prithvi is saying LSG wanted all their top 4 to open, so they must be happy all 4 open today.
Good shout.
But sorry, what's the logic behind opening with Badoon even Makram's done just fine? I don't think he's done badly enough to warrant.
It is actually quite weird, isn't it? Because he's the one who made runs, and they were like, "Actually, we're going to move you because Mitchell Marsh hasn't made any runs."
You know, there's no logic whatsoever behind anything LSG do, right?
Oh,
What a ripper! How are these balls not getting him out?
bloody hell!
Those last 2 balls get a lot of people out. He's just getting his gloves out of the way, isn't he?
Oh, that's a brute of a delivery. Wow.
I tell
that
you what,
is,
get Pooran back into the test team with this. I've seen enough.
That's Sunnyji's perfume ball there. Oh, he must have smelled the leather, man. Oof. Crazy. Also with LSG, I mean, they've got Kane Williamson, Tom Moody, Justin Langer. Like, after having all these geniuses, this is what they came up with. But don't need to open at Markram at 4.
Because the reason I said that is you could actually make a very strong point as Joffre comes in again and hits the thigh pad, no run. You could make a very strong point that you could have a team that has 3 overseas players in it because you've set up your local players so well, right? That is possible to have happened. It just happens to be that more often than not, if you have 3 overseas players in, something has gone horribly wrong in the season.
Here, I'd still say having 3 overseas players in some cases makes sense because it gives you flexibility with the impact player. You can use an overseas impact player, so it sort of gives you that option. But these Muppets haven't even used, an overseas pro for their impact player, so I don't know what to make of that. You can't even defend them that way.
Maiden over.
And he deserves it.
And that is absolutely correct, I think, from Pooran. Considering the balls that were bowled to him, to not get out to that over when you're chasing 160 is fine. When they were chasing 240 or whatever it was, and Marsh was leaving every ball, I had a big problem with that. But I don't have a problem with seeing out the most dangerous over that they're going to face for the rest of this game. I don't have a problem with that at all.
By the way, I don't know if this is the first time, but it's not often that we see both innings see a maiden in the power play. Even Mohsin Khan bowled a wicket maiden in the first. So, yeah. It's definitely not easy.
Yeah, I think this is doing just about the most that anything has in the first couple
Rob,
of overs.
you'll like this. So Tam of the Wood says, Dhruv Jurel's career bowling stats. He's bowled 2 balls ever. 1 ball was a 6, the other was a wicket.
Okay, well, if
There we
that's
go.
true, he's the best bowler ever then. That's really fun.
He is the Obed McCoy of bowling.
So Jarrell can bowl. So have they got anyone in this team that can't bowl? You guys have told me they've got 5 bowlers. We've now established they've got at least 9. So can Suryavanshi bowl? Someone tell us. I don't think I've seen Hetmeyer bowl. I don't think he's ever bowled Hetmeyer.
So Suryavanshi has bowled in first class cricket, list check cricket, and T20 cricket. So I'm going to say
Oh,
yes.
lovely. Yeah.
Suryavanshi has.
Is
Yeah.
it leg spin or off spin?
Oh God.
I know
Say
Jaiswal's
slow
a
left
leg
arm
spinner.
orthodox.
Yeah, it couldn't,
Oh.
what it couldn't have been is medium pace. He just doesn't look like that dude, does he?
So the only one
Yeah.
that doesn't bowl in the whole 11 is Hetmeyer. All the
Hetmeyer
others bowl.
has
bowled,
never
right?
bowled a professional delivery.
Okay, so all the rest do.
He has
so
not.
the other
Oh,
10.
wow.
What if they don't ever score a run in this chase? What if Pooran never scores a run? Okay, so they've got 10 bowling options.
I'm a bit disappointed Hetmeyer can't bowl.
I'm actually a bit surprised because more often than not, almost everyone rolls their arm over. Heck, I mean, Pooran has an ODI 4-4. So, how did Hetmeyer end up never
Oh,
ever
Shubham
bowling
Dubey
in
can't bowl
professional?
either.
Oh, yeah, Dubey can't bowl.
No,
I
he
mean,
can bowl. He
No, he
bowls
hasn't
off.
bowled. No, he has not bowled.
Dubey
He
never
can bowl.
bowled. Oh, come on now.
Neil says,
You're right,
"What's the
he is an
sport-"
offie, but he hasn't bowled.
Neil's asked 3 different questions. What's the sport culture in Australia that they perform good in every major sport? Sport is just way more important in Australia than pretty much every other culture you come across. So from a very young age, it is such an important part of society in a way that I've never come across another country that's even close. Can you guys do a who hit what's for T20 internationals? Not now, no. 3 is true
You
stats.
can do one for
possible
ODIs, Jared, before the ODI World Cup.
Oh, this
Bang.
one's whacked on the leg side.
That's 6.
What does who hit what mean?
We did a video on what was it? It was who's good against different kinds of bowling. So in the IPL. We've done it before, but we don't usually look at T20 international numbers, Neil, because they don't really mean anything more than normal T20 data does. The difference between first-class cricket and Test cricket is massive. The difference between T20 franchise cricket and international cricket sometimes is non-existent at all.
Especially the IPL and T20Is, right?
Yeah. So we don't worry about the international stats. Is true stats possible for IPL teams? Yes, but we can't get any true
team
stats.
maps are.
Yeah, we put them out at the start of each year. Oh, delivery from Nandare.
You know the famous man who's the first or maybe only to get consecutive T25ers, don't you?
Faf du Plessis.
Ah, boom.
Yeah, Faf du Plessis. Nice.
I was going to say Colin Ackerman, but he's the one with the 7-wicket haul, isn't he?
The most disgusting 7-wicket haul that anyone's ever had.
He rode that for years, and people kept calling him an all-rounder. And I was like, have you seen him bowl?
Have you seen those 7 wickets? Just go and look at them if ever you want to buck yourselves up.
The other one I really remember is Charlotte Edwards from England. Like for years they would say, Charlotte Edwards, she can bowl a bit of off spin. She would like hit the pitch 1 in 3 deliveries. Like she bowled more head high full tosses than I've ever seen a finger spinner ever bowl before.
Francois du Plessis. He was a wrist spinner, right? A leg spinner.
Yes.
Faf.
He used
I
to bowl a
remember
fair
bowling.
amount, didn't he? Back in the day.
Yeah,
I think
but
Rohit
he
couldn't
bowled
hit
it.
him in the 2012 T20 World Cup when they needed net run rate.
Yeah. 2011 ODI World Cup also he did bowl. I mean, on his ODI debut also I remember bowling to India. So
Rohit says, Jared, advice for someone wanting to be like you. Where did you start? I actually think if someone went back to the beginning of where I started and played out my life exactly the same way, chances are none of it would have happened. So I wouldn't try and be me. I don't know how to be me.
Somebody wants to be Jared. Bloody hell, there must be some therapists out there.
Rob, you've wanted to be me since you first knew about me. And I mean that purely sexually.
That's fair.
But I love that for an answer. If you want to be me, don't do what I did.
Andy says, top 5 T20 death bowlers in the world. I'll go Jasper Bumrah and you guys come up with the other 4.
Nathan
Bravo
Ellis.
for sure.
Bravo. What are you even playing?
All time. Oh,
No,
I
I think
mean,
he's
it says
now.
nothing. Okay.
Okay.
fair. We'll say.
Okay, Bravo, Malinga,
Yeah.
Bumrah,
Alfonso
Gould,
Thomas,
Chris
Umar Gould.
Morris.
Done.
Chris Morris.
That was easy.
Okay.
If you say
Yeah,
Alfonso
next
Thomas,
question,
I'd say
please.
Yasser Arafat. That's how we keep moving on without even wondering if that was actually the question. Just move on.
Here's the first big moment of this game since the wickets. It's Brijesh Patel coming on, first over after the power play.
Jared, we'll have a problem if Brijesh Patel is the one coming on. Brijesh Sharma. Brijesh Patel
yes.
is an 80s cricketer.
What? That's a callback, isn't it? Brijesh Patel.
Yeah.
I wonder why I was looking him up recently.
I wonder too.
I do look up random cricketers, so it's not impossible.
I mean, he's a Karnataka legend where I'm from, so we all know a
Andy
lot
says
about.
now.
Oh, now fair. All right.
Yeah,
So
Bumrah,
Bumrah,
Ellis,
Ellis, I agree. Yeah.
Ngidi.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Has been good. Bhuvi, Hazelwood, would either of them feature somewhere
Hazelwood.
based on
sure.
IPL? Yeah.
Bhuvi,
I'd
I don't
put
know.
Hazelwood in there.
anymore.
I mean,
He's
Bhuvi's
quite
actually
good.
been really good at the IPL.
I'm not sure he might be. I have no clue who he is at this point. I have not checked it at all.
And then would you have someone like Holder or Rabada who could take like 9 wickets a ball?
No, I don't
I'd
care about
rather go
wickets.
to Ishan Malinga at this point in time.
He's quite good, to be fair.
He hasn't
Yeah,
played a lot
yeah.
though, has he?
Harris Shroff
Yeah,
only in Australia.
Bikram says, growing fond of Akshay slowly.
Oh,
See how I said that, everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Jared K, love your
slow
work.
poison.
But Rob, better banter. Fuck off.
No,
Jake-
he means get better banter is what he means.
JK, you're turning paler day by day. I don't think I am. This is my skin. Hope all is good. How Puran gets back to his old self. Why is LSG so hit or miss? They've got Mohammed Shami at number 7. Number 8, sorry. Like, the structure of this side makes absolutely no sense at all. But they do also have 3 or 4 guys at the top of the order who are in bad form. You can't carry that. There's nothing you can do about that. With Puran, I've seen him do this many times before. I wonder if he is standing across his stumps a little bit more than usual, and he should maybe stand a little bit more leg side. But
4.
There's his first boundary.
yeah,
Yep.
there you go. Akshay says, Rob, as a responsible gambler, that's in quotation marks,
Exactly, in quotes. Yeah.
responsible gambler, what is your opinion about players like Polymarket? They seem sus to me. Please feel free to go on a rant.
Okay, first thing, you are not allowed to bet responsibly, right? There's a big advertising campaign, and in England, if you want to be advertise as a bookie, which they do constantly, they're everywhere. The bookmaking adverts, you can't turn the telly on without seeing one. I think it's 22% of your adverts have to be about responsible gambling. Like, you have to say, when the fun stops, stop, and here's GamStop details and all this. But betting responsibly means you look for like the best odds, so you don't back evens when everybody else is 6-4, right? Because you're chucking 10% of value in the bin. And betting responsibly is betting, within your means and having a staking plan and shopping around for the best value and all that sort of thing. If you do any of those things, the bookmakers close your account. So you're not allowed to bet responsibly. So that is a fallacy. That's absolute nonsense. So we'll leave that one there. I could go on about that all day as Puran gets another boundary. Polymarket, don't use them because getting money in and out of America, which I understand is where they are, is very, very difficult. But the bit I like that I've heard is that they bet on absolute and complete nonsense. The bit I don't like is they're betting on, like, will the war happen or will the price of oil go up or down or whatever. And I think that is ethically...
or will someone's speech finish at the 57.33 second mark?
I don't mind that because I've done that market at every wedding I've ever been to.
Oh, no, but I'm saying, did you not see that she just almost finished her speech straight away and then just ran off the stage? Like, I mean, they're obviously openly fixing markets, and that means that people are being just ripped off.
See, that is, if you play in markets that can be like that, you're an idiot. Like,
I don't disagree, but people are idiots, Rob. There's 4 of them on this show.
That's true. The vast majority of people are idiots. I forgot that. So every year in the Super Bowl, they just do as many markets as they possibly can, don't they? And they have done since the dawn of time. And one of them is like, how long will the national anthem last, or how long?
I'm okay with that,
or whatever. But yeah, the way they get away with it is they say we're not offering odds. We're just providing a market, and you lot are doing odds, and you lot are deciding who bets on what.
Yeah,
I have a big problem with all that. It shouldn't happen, but particularly for stuff that could have political ramifications. Like, I don't really care if somebody puts up odds on how long a speech is going to last, and then they just go good night and win all the money. Like, you're an idiot if you're playing that. But if it's stuff that actually matters in the world, there probably shouldn't be markets on that. There used to be somebody, I don't know whether they exist. There was like ghoul betting, it was, and they actually laid bets. This human or humans, and it was like on the worst, most preposterous things. I don't think I'm going to get into the actual markets that were out there, but they would say, how long before this awful thing happens, and people would bet on it.
Well, you can bet on, I'm pretty sure one of the markets on Polymarket, you can bet on whether the end of the world's going to happen or not.
Yeah, you can bet on whether Jesus comes back.
And my only thought on but the Jesus one I get, right? Like, I'm probably going to bet against, but I understand it, right? But betting on the end of the world, how do I fucking collect if I'm right?
Exactly, yeah.
There's going to be a nuclear attack and we're all going to get bombed to death. And I'm like, okay, great, I was correct. Where do I pick up my check?
But I remember a couple of years ago during the Ambani wedding, I don't know if Jared and Rob heard of it. I'm pretty sure Varun would have heard of, the lavish affair that was a couple of years ago, where the who's who of global celebrities were in town. So there were markets on who's coming. Will John Cena come? Will Undertaker come? Will this guy come? Will that guy come? And everyone was going berserk betting for them. So that was really weird to see.
Did the Undertaker go?
No, just John Cena from the WWE
That's a shame.
scene. Yeah, the FIFA head of FIFA, the chief, whatever, Infantino, whatever the name is.
The guy who said he understood racism because he was his hair was ginger when he was young. That guy.
He's the guy who gave Donald Trump a peace award.
Understandable.
He's a fascinating dude, that dude. I tell you what, like we all laugh at Jay Shah. You don't have to look far across to be like, okay, you know.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
you know,
like-
he awarded Trump, he gave Trump the Peace Award, the FIFA Peace
Yeah.
Award, which is a made-up award. You
FIFA
spoke
Peace
about made-up
Award.
cities. Yeah.
Okay, here's
That's
a question for everybody has to answer this. Let's say you're getting married, or in Jared's case, getting married again. Who is your fantasy wedding guest? You can have one person to turn up, and it's not the person you like the most necessarily. It's somebody
Okay.
that is going to get everybody else
Oh,
up here.
Oh, man.
Like you want someone to just come to it, and everyone goes, "Shit, how did you get that person? This is awesome. Who are you going for?"
do you know
Fuck,
Andy
that's good.
Samberg, the comedian, when he
Yeah,
had his
I
wedding?
love him.
Yeah, and Adam Sandler turned up to his wedding in character.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
from
I
his
like
movie,
the
wasn't
idea of
it?
that.
Yeah.
Like I would like the
Yeah.
idea of like I'm trying to think of a really cool like I would okay, here's one for you, Rob. I want Philip Seymour Hoffman to come to my wedding
Ooh.
as Lester Bangs from Almost Famous.
Okay, good. I've got terrible news for you. He's not currently available.
Yeah.
Okay then.
You did say someone that would get everyone off their seats and surprise.
I mean,
Yeah,
that would never
you
happen.
don't think a dead Philip Seymour Hoffman dressed as
That's
Lester
true.
Bangs wouldn't excite people?
I know it would. That would get people going for sure. Okay, so you've got a dead. All right, living people, Akshay and Varun.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, man. You know, for me, it's actually something that we've discussed because I don't know if it's too much information, but I'm actually getting married in a few months. So
I'm
it's
not
just a
coming.
random
Stop fucking asking.
So who is it then? Jared Kimber is your fantasy wedding invite.
Sure, let's
Can
go
do a
with
lot
that. If
better.
that's what. Yeah, that's.
So hang
Who
on,
would
your
I go
girlfriend's
for?
not your girlfriend. Your girlfriend's your fiance. Does she know she's getting married to you? Let's have the proposal story.
Why are you assuming they're the same woman, Rob?
Did
There
you
you go.
propose? Did you propose at Chinnaswamy?
Oh no! I wish.
As
but no, it wasn't.
as Coley knocked a single down to Long On.
Let's
hope
have the
she's-
proposal story. Actually, come on.
Yeah.
Must have
I
been.
hope-
What did you do?
I hope he's not watching because it was no proposal story. Because she's actually sort of pulled my hair out for not doing a proper, like a lavish proposal of sorts. Because I'm not very romantic or very outgoing that way.
Do you want me to give you my proposal story first, so yours?
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
sound
yeah,
as shit?
please, yeah, please go for it.
I
Rob.
can play too.
Rob, there's a bridge in Bristol. I think is it called Clifton Bridge? Does that
Yeah.
sound right?
Yeah, Clifton Bridge. Yeah.
And it's what's Clifton Bridge famous for, guys?
Being a suspension bridge.
Yep. And also, what do people do a lot off Clifton
Jump
Bridge?
off it.
Yeah. It's a famous suicide bridge. I didn't know any of this because I'm not from England, guys. So I thought, here's a beautiful bridge near our hotel. I will propose to my wife on this bridge. And it was only as we went back and told all of our friends, they went, you proposed to her on the suicide bridge.
Oh boy.
I thought it was romantic, everyone. Apparently
Did you
it
have to
wasn't.
pay the toll to get on it?
I can't remember.
I can't
There
imagine
wasn't
you're
any
going to
toll
spend a
last
pound
time.
on your proposal.
Yeah, a pound on a proposal.
Do you know who Chris Kamara is?
I know. Is he a footballer?
He was a footballer and
Maybe
very
on
famous-
TalkSport? Would he have been on TalkSport?
Maybe he
Oh, I
was big on
recognise
Sky. He was very, very famous for like being really, really funny. That was a drag down, by the way. He's lucky to only go for
Yeah.
two. I got him to propose to Amy on my behalf,
What?
Oh.
and I've got the video. It's really good. I'll show you the video next time I see it. So
Oh, my word.
there are two sportsmen who Amy will tolerate being on the television. So if I go home and put cricket on, it is instantly switched off. It's not allowed. I have to go into a different room. There are two people that she will tolerate. One is Chris Gale. She absolutely loves him. And two is Chris Kamara because she thinks he's a great guy and he's really funny and all that, right? So a friend of mine works with Chris Kamara and he told him about me and got Chris Kamara to do this long proposal to Amy. You know, what the hell are you doing with this guy, you know, big fat guy with a beard and all this stuff, right? And what I did is I got the video and I got it plugged into my TV and I was watching sport on the telly and then I just changed the channel and Chris Kamara's. I said, oh, Amy, Chris Kamara's on again. And I was giddy because it was the day that Stuart Broad went ripped through Australia. What did he get? 7 for whatever at Trent Bridge.
8 for 15.
8 for 15. Yeah.
Yeah, don't even know. 8 for 15. And so I was a bit giddy, and I plugged the video in. I bought the ring like a year before. I was waiting for the right moment, and for some reason, the 8 for 15 was the right moment. And then plugged it into the TV. I go, "Oh, Amy Kamara's on," so she's like buggering about in the flat or whatever, and starts watching the telly. And he's just talking like he's reporting on sport. And then he goes, "Amy, listen." And she's like, "Oh, that's funny. Who's this Amy?" And then he starts talking about me, and it goes from there. And he says, "You know, will you put him out of his misery or whatever?"
Wow, that is
Yeah,
pretty
it's a good
cool.
effort.
Yeah, that's actually cool. I really hope now my girlfriend isn't watching this. I don't think
He'll do yours.
after this.
I've got a anniversary message from Roll Driver to my wife,
Oh, that's good.
and my
Oh my
mate
word.
when my mate got married, I got Ricky Ponting to do a video for him for his wedding.
But wait,
That's
wouldn't
very
it work better the other way around? Like your partner getting Rahul Dravid
no,
to send a
sorry.
message to you?
So my wife, when I got married, we had a letter from. Oh, I hope I don't get the players wrong now. I think Dirk Nannis and Ian O'Brien sent in speeches to be read out at my wedding.
Nice.
I
got
think
married at
I'm
the
pretty
Oval,
sure
right?
that's right.
Wow.
What was that, Varun?
Did you get married at the Oval?
I did get married at the Oval, yes.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Seriously? Oh, jeez. Oh my
I got married
goodness.
in the long room at the Oval, and in my actual wedding vows, I mentioned that I think the exact phrase was, "You know how much I love my wife because I've actually got married in front of Alex Stewart," which is really, really funny ever since, because I've been offered many jobs at the Oval and they haven't come through, and I have heard that Alex Stewart's not my biggest fan, so.
This camera's doing my head in.
So basically, me and Rob have actually got some great stories here. Actually, it sounds like you've got shit.
Yeah, absolute shit. And yeah,
What was it?
I-
What did you do?
Nothing. It was. Oh, I know this. No. I actually come up with a story and I'll tell you guys next stream. I don't think if I just say it, I'll look any better than what I already am. So yeah. I didn't do anything, to put it very clearly. It was essentially we'd been seeing each other and we sort of were like, yeah, you know what?
Does she know you were brought up as a woman?
She
only a
now
couple
does. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, but yeah, it was nothing. It was just a conversation, and we were like, yeah, you know what? We probably don't want to take this in that direction, and that was pretty much it. It was just a
Not
conversation.
everyone is romantic. Not everyone needs to take people onto a suicide bridge.
I'll record this and I'll send this to her. Yeah, this is what Jared had to say. So yeah, I'm off.
Bikram says, LSG hit or miss. Why? Rob, Varun, chime in, please. Well, Varun's disappeared for a minute. I just think it's form, but also they are structurally set up horribly, aren't they?
I had them as
Exactly.
the worst team before the season started when we did all that stuff.
I think I had them as equal worst. Mind you, I had them with Rajasthan, and Rajasthan's probably pretty good.
Oh wow, I had KKR as my worst, KKR and Emma as my bottom two.
Can't remember where I had KK.
I had CSK and LSG as the ones down the bottom, but LSG bottom I had, and I'm not straying from that. I think they're the worst team. Even though, although I now upgrade KKR as the worst team, or downgrade is the correct word, because they don't pick Finn Allen, which is utterly bizarre.
I mean, I still think LSG are better than the likes of KKR and even CSK for that matter. Again, no offense to the other teams, but with LSG, I still think that bowling attack, I expected a lot more out of it. And again, it was so Tom Moody coded. I was telling this to Saurabh. Like Tom Moody, when he was SRH's coach, again, came up with this pace battery and had David Warner at the top and was just like, you know what, I'm not going to focus on my batting. I'll just focus on my bowlers and let's see where it takes us. That's essentially what they've tried to replicate with LSG as well. What they've got 8 bowlers or 7 bowlers. All of them are top tier Indian pacers, and then add Andrik Nokia to that as well. So they didn't do too badly when it came to the bowling lineup, and they were probably hoping Puran did better than what he's done so far this year. But yeah, he's
Look,
just been
this is where, especially in these short seasons, form plays a huge role, right? As I said with Rajasthan, I never really bought into Rajasthan even when they were winning. Lots of people being upset that I didn't have them higher up in the power rankings, although they might be higher here as Puran hits this straight up in the air, and it is caught. Did Puran try and go out the minute he tried to hit a 6, Rob? Shocked.
Same as every time. I was just about to say there's going to be a wicket any second. I hate people that say they were just about to say things.
Yeah.
But it felt like they have to up the rate now. And both of these have been plodding for ages. And as often happens, and as always happens with Pooran this season, he did his best. He stuck in there for a bit, and then he got a ball, and he's like, "No, I've got to hit this for 6. I've had enough." And the thing is, when you're such a massive 6 hitter, and you get a ball, your brain and your body, I guess, just goes, "No, I'm sorry, I'm belting this for 6," and that's the end of it. But when you're so out of form like Pooran is, it goes nowhere near the middle of the bat. I think the bat turned around a bit in his hand there, and out he goes for an abject 22 off 25.
By the way, I did say Pooran will score more than 20. So
You did?
You did?
yeah.
I mean, it made sense. As long as he didn't get the early wicket, it made sense he went past 20. But it also made sense that the minute he tried to attack, he was probably going to go again. Someone has asked, Prab has asked, why doesn't the ICC build up well for the World Cup like FIFA? It's probably because FIFA's worth between 10 and $20 billion, and the ICC is probably worth about 350 million. I could be wrong.
Also, the FIFA does it in appallingly badly judged places.
Yeah.
And for terrible.
I mean, as fans of cricket, I don't think we should be talking about football's, sort of mistakes. I don't think cricket has done any better any which ways.
It's done different kinds of incorrect mistakes. As Himmet is coming out.
Wow. That's what you wanted, actually, wasn't it?
Yep. I
Well,
think
how is he going to... All right, how many is he going to score off how many balls? And why? And how?
That's too specific. I'll take a shot at runs. I think he'll score 15, more than 15. 15 to 20 is the range I'm going ahead with. I'll be a bit conservative with him. And then he'll get out, and then...
What shots is he going to play?
What, sorry?
What shots is he going to play? How does he play? I don't know.
I mean, he's going to be facing spinners here. So I'm assuming his role here primarily would be to first nudge it around and give Mitchell Marsh the strike, try and feed him as many deliveries as possible. But because Marsh himself is no sort of gun batter of spin, I don't know how exactly this is going to work out. It's a bit interesting. I want to see if Himmat actually, takes the attack to these bowlers, because this is technically his first IPL innings. Last time was, and he played 1 ball. He's played like 4 or 5 innings, but yeah, I did see
This
Jared's
is his
video.
5th innings in the IPL.
Yeah.
He's faced 1 ball in his last game.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the one where he got dropped?
No. He was the one who came as the impact sub when they needed 50 to win.
50,
They needed
exactly.
5 off 1 ball, and he got dropped and got a single.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. That was. It was just the best debut ever. It's like he was impact.
It wasn't his
sub.
debut. It was his 4th
No,
game.
but he's all right. The first time he'd actually done anything. So
and
the
he
first
did
time
nothing
he
still.
bowled a ball or faced a ball, he got dropped and got a single. It's the best ball ever.
Prudvi says, in unemployed news, did you know NKR was being hated on by Dhoni fans? He said, mindset over technique. Look at Dhoni. He was a legend due to his mindset and talent, even though his technique isn't as good as Kohli's. That's all factual.
Very different player.
Yeah, but the technique-wise, no one's saying that Dhoni has a better technique than Kohli. That would be a
there aren't
preposterous
many-
thing to say.
There aren't many stacked up that do have a better technique than Kohli.
Code Noob says the Deepak Chahar proposal.
The Chinnaswamy proposal was... that wasn't at the Chinnaswamy though, Code Noob. That was, if I'm not wrong, in Mumbai, because that happened in 2022 and the entire season was played in Maharashtra and Mumbai and Pune. So I don't think it was at the Chinnaswamy. So it was in...
I will say this. One thing I really like about cricket is we don't have proposals up on the big screen very often.
Oh, yeah.
American
They're
sports,
very
I'm like,
tedious, aren't they?
I don't like him at all. And also, like, it's only exciting if the woman says no, right? It's only good TV if she says no, and you don't want her to say no.
That's true. And by the way, Rob, since you mentioned, like, she's technically my fiance, with fiancés and not girlfriend
Technically?
and boyfriend. I mean, technically, as in, that's the...
I think
You
you've got a
can
verbal
call your
contract,
girlfriend.
I think is the word you're looking for.
Yeah,
If you're engaged, she's your
Oh,
fiancé.
you've got an engagement ring. Guys have engagement rings now.
What? When
Yeah,
does that
yeah,
happen?
yeah. I mean, again, so to be clear, like I said, we sort of decided, to not call each other fiancé. We're like, you know what, we're happy still being girlfriend and boyfriend to each other. So that's essentially it. Again, I don't think there's any set labels. Yeah,
But you have an engagement ring.
You can
right?
call a bike a Ferrari, mate. It's the
don't-
same thing.
Don't call her your fiance, but you do wear an engagement ring. I've never heard of that. I've never heard
The
of
thing
a man
is, we
wearing-
don't, again, to be clear, we don't have, there's no concept of engagement as such. this is essentially our wedding ring for all you want to call it. Like, we don't have engagement, isn't a thing, isn't a part of our culture. So we wanted to get each other something. So exactly.
No, I don't
As a part of your
I don't
culture,
even wear a
we are there
wedding
with
ring.
Why?
Exactly.
I fucking hate rings so much.
Yeah.
I put it
So-
on for about 2 weeks, Rob. I didn't like it. I've got it on a necklace in my room. My wife has never ever cared that I don't wear it.
Exactly.
I'm
'Cause you're gonna
fairly
get
sure,
flocks of
Rob,
women-
that she knows I'm married to her.
You're gonna get flocks of women coming up to you whether you've got. a
Oh,
wedding
you
ring
have no
or not.
idea how many women I've missed.
They're throwing themselves at you right now. Yeah. But wait, I see the comments and they're like, I'm very confused. I mean, it's not confused. It's just we decided for ourselves that we don't want to call each other fiance. That's it. There's nothing more to it. So yeah, that's
I
it.
think the more you share about your life on here, Akshay, the weirder you come across to other human beings. I don't know if you've ever talked to other human beings before. Remember when he started saying, I was brought up as a girl, and then tried to go on to the next topic as if everyone wasn't gonna whoa, roll it back.
Okay.
Have you ever seen?
no
There's an English actress. I forget her name, but she's done a lot of TV stuff, and she was on like a chat show explaining how she sleeps with her eyes open, and she said it so fucking casually. And she's on some chat show, and everyone else in the chat show is like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And like the next 10 minutes is about how she sleeps with her eyes open.
Bloody hell, that's scary.
Yeah. Bikram says, I don't know what is the threshold for your response, guys. We've responded to heaps of your messages, man.
Oh yeah, we've responded to all of your messages. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Coach says, Rob, seen him in the DPL. He's like the Dhoni of his team.
Thank you.
The DPL.
Let's see how he. That's the Delhi one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if I'm not wrong, Himmat Singh. No, that was Ayush Baduni. Ayush Baduni and Piyan Sharia were together. Himmat Singh was leading another side. He was leading the West Delhi Lions, I want to say. But I might be wrong, yeah. All right. I mean, I didn't know it's that bizarre that to say that we don't call each other fiancés. I'm just reading the chat. It's interesting.
I think, can I explain why it's bizarre? Because you are engaged to be married, and you've just decided to call it another thing because you guys are weirded out by that term, right?
Yeah, that means you don't
Yeah.
really want to get married.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
We're not bearded
If you
out
can't
by the
propose
term.
to someone using an old footballer or a suicide bridge, are you even really proposing?
Correct.
Again, it's not that we were weirded out by it. We just like calling each other, boyfriend and girlfriend. That's it. Sure.
Are you going to call each other boyfriend and girlfriend when
Which
you're
one
married?
does she call you?
No.
So
actually,
you said you're getting married in a few months. Have you like planned a wedding and stuff?
Yeah. I've been taking care of the wedding planning, by the way. That's something
You're
I've been
doing
taking
the wedding
care of.
plan. Are you sure you're not the girl?
This is a conversation that me and her have had multiple times where she feels that I come across as the more emotional and sort of that kind of person. I don't want to go as far as to say the girl in the relationship because I know that once again.
I think
Just
Rob just did.
fall.
As
Yeah,
Mitch
exactly.
Marsh sweeps this away for 4. Good power on that one. Yeah, I think we should stop talking about your personal life because I just
Thank
worry.
God, yeah. For sure.
Prab says, British colonial everyone, still cricket isn't global. Why? Because it wasn't set up to be global. It was actually set up to be a sport of the empire.
Yeah,
If
for
you
the
go
elite.
if you go back to the ICC, it could have been set up at a point where we could have had Ireland and America playing cricket as well, but South Africa specifically set it up with England so that it would only be empire countries. And so that is why what was the world's biggest sport ended up as a minority sport for no reason. Well done, cricket.
Mitchell Marsh is having a go here.
Yeah.
He's changed his stance and he's changed his bat swing into. I think he's trying to go from like second gear to fifth straight away, which doesn't often end well for him when he does that. But he has got a couple away. I think the first one, he didn't have any control over the boundary and it just sort of happened to go away from the fielders. But the second one was a bit better because he has to go nuts if they're going to win this, or Chowdhury does it again, which is quite a lot to ask.
Rob Abe says, when you were betting full time, did it ever have any impact on your mental health, social life, especially on losing streaks or tough times? I would say this, as someone who did bet quite a bit for about a year, Rob, probably a year and a half. I actually found, I don't think I had any issue on my mental health. It did affect my sleeping sometimes. And I would say it affected my social life because I had so many bets in so many different places that I was always looking at my phone, right? Like it legitimately changed the pattern of my life, which is one of the reasons that when I stopped betting, I was like, oh, okay, I don't need to do this anymore.
Yeah. Right. Let me answer that question. So pre-child, before I had a child, it didn't impact my mental health hardly at all. Like there are times where it goes really, really shit and that feels bad, but that's the same as everything, right? And there are times where it goes really well and that feels great. But you have to know, like if you notice on these things, there are days of this IPL where I've done my absolute brains, and there are days where I've won loads. And I'm not massively different. Like I try and be zero different when I leave and go home.
I mean, if you were winning or losing today, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, there you go. And I tend to get it out in the moment. Everyone knows drop catches annoy me. But the day that I lost the most was the Tillack innings. And then I had a very narrow path to lose absolutely everything that day. And the match took that exact path. It was like Mumbai buried early, then score 200, and then they only score 100 in reply. Was like everything's dead. And when I went home, I was absolutely and completely fine because I got it all wrong. And that doesn't bother me, right? I can then learn from that. I've something is, I can learn from that. You must always learn from your losing days. But then there's other days where I've done everything right and lost loads, but 3 idiots have dropped catches, and that does my Swede in. And then it's just like, you have to find a way of getting over it. When I was young and stupid, I used to get drunk when that sort of thing happened, and ended up getting drunk quite regularly. And that doesn't help you for the next day because hangovers breed apathy, don't they? You don't really care when you got a hangover, and that's when you really lose money, when you don't care. But post-child, it changed a lot because it's like, well, now I'm not just doing it, to win money to piss about with. It's to put food on the table, and then pressure became a thing. But that coincided with no bookies wanting to let anybody have a bet ever. So
but that would also be like at a certain point when you have family. Like I've been broke many times in my life.
Yeah.
Many
it's
different
quite fun,
reasons,
isn't it?
and it's been fine. But when I'm in a point of being broke when I have a family, that's a whole different level of so that's not about gambling at that point. That's just, you could have had that as a freelancer or a contract worker.
True. Yeah. Because I think, because when you go skint when you're young or when you don't have a kid, you're like, okay, well, I have to wind everything back. I can't go out drinking. I can't go on holiday. I can't do this. I have to rein it all in until I have, the means to act like an idiot like I always do, right? And that's fine. But when you have a kid, you can't go broke. You can't, because they definitely have to eat food and have clothes and all that sort of stuff. So I felt the pressure a lot more then. But when I was young, I was quite happy to go all in. And be like, but when I had a job, I would go all in. So I would get paid and I go, right, I'm having all my wages on this bet. It's ridiculous, but I would do that. And then if it lost, I'd just eat, toast for 3 weeks and go to work every day and not do anything.
That seems healthy.
I mean, look at me now. Look how healthy I am now.
77 for 4
today, Jared.
What was that?
How many press ups you done today?
I haven't done any yet today. I've already covered my monthly allowance though.
What, with 8 days left?
Yep.
Strong.
So I'll probably do 200 a day from here on in until the end of the month. I might do a couple of 400 a day just so that I can have a couple of days off. Do you not know about this, Akshay?
I have no clue, and I'm just amazed by this. So it's something.
I have done, I can tell you guys exactly. I have done, oh, fuck. This month, I've done 7,800 press-ups.
What a ridiculous
Is there a zero?
human being.
That's 7,800 press-ups, everyone.
Ridiculous man.
Yet I still have tiny little chicken arms. I don't know what's going on, Rob. You would have thought at one stage I'd built a muscle. I'm way stronger than I used to be fair. That is very noticeable. But
Do you do weights?
nah.
I can't do weights because I don't have a shoulder. So what I'm trying to do very badly is lose a load of weight and then try and slowly put some muscle back on, because I don't have any since I've done my shoulder in.
That's kind of what I thought. If I could get very, very fit again, and which I have over a long time now, I think maybe I will look at putting some muscle on. But to be honest, I'm not sure I need it for anything. I'm not sure
That's
why.
true.
Like, you know,
I think just like my hand now, for example, has pins and needles in it because my shoulder's knackered and everything's in the wrong place. And I think being healthy would definitely help with the shoulder, and then putting muscle all the way around it means that my shoulder isn't in constant pain. So that's the long term, very boring goal. As they win this 1 in 4, says the market. Seems about right, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's only a couple of overs of Mitchell Marsh.
And Brijesh Sharma will have to bowl his 4 overs. So I do back Mitchell
Also,
Marsh to come
Bishnoi has
back.
bowled wide and short a lot in this inning so far.
Bishnoi hasn't looked good. He's been lucky to be none for 13 because he happened to be bowling at 0 intent time. But I think if he comes back and Marsh is still there, that's when this game will swing one way or the other, won't it?
They've got 3 overs left from the bowlers who have bowled well, right? Archer, Nandre, and Jadeja. And they've got 4 overs left from the bowlers. Brijesh Sharma, not saying he's bowled poorly, but just he's going to be they're going to
He
go
can
after
be
him.
targeted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bishnoi. So there's a lot and Jadeja's bowling his last over now.
At least they're bowling him all 4 overs today. They didn't do that last
They
time.
have to because they have no option today.
Well, they've got 7 other
This
options.
is just outside
the
the
line.
line. A big shout from Jadeja against Mitch Marsh. He's going noticeably trying to hit the sweep on the ground. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, I think he.
Oh yeah.
This is not going to go down as a great innings if he
Goes out now.
get going, because he's 47 off 35. But when you're chasing 160, you can have this innings if there's wickets going around, the other end. But he has to tee it at some point, as Himat plays a ridiculous reverse nothing for a dot, and is now probably feeling the pressure at 7 off 10.
I was going to say, I think missing that reverse sweep is probably, that might get in his head a little bit. How old is he? He's old, isn't he? He's about 30.
He is old. Yeah. More than 30.
Oh, that should have been stumped, by the way. I thought
it should have been caught initially. I thought it might have got a bit of glove.
Yeah,
So
Jarrell,
that's a missed stumping at least.
Yeah, Jarrell's fumbled that. I mean, I'm not sure he would have got the bails off quick enough, but his foot was definitely not in the crease at one point.
Dhoni stumps him 100 times out of 100 there.
By the way, Himat Singh is
He's calmed down the wicket to Jadeja. We were right, but he smashed it over cover for 6.
Ooh. He'll feel a lot better now. That was a shot.
I knew that last ball was in his head. I didn't realize he was also going to hit it out the park.
Oh,
That was
played.
brilliant.
Played.
Lovely shot.
Yeah, lovely shot. That brings Ben. Exactly 2 runs a ball right now, so it should be fine. Yeah.
Actually, so get in touch with Deepak's trainers, guys. Deepak's trainers, one of his trainers is on the thing. He just sent a super chat a minute ago, didn't he? Coach Athav. Is that his name?
Oh.
Coach, sort me out. Come to England.
Oh, that's his trainer. Oh, lovely.
That's one of. Deepak has many trainers, all of which he doesn't talk to.
But pays. I mean, that's a good gig, isn't it? Maybe I'll be Deepak's trainer. That's my next job.
Prithvi says, I think yesterday, Sunrisers anchored their way to 242. I feel like they knew DC wouldn't chase above 230. Whereas if against other oppositions, they would have swung and taken more risks. Yeah, I can see that. I think we will see things like that. There are teams that just can't chase those big totals, right?
Delhi being one of them, for sure.
Gujarat.
Lucknow being another.
GT being the other, yeah. GT
Lucknow, yeah. I mean, Lucknow may not be able to chase any totals, to be fair.
You'd say that good form Pooran could gun anything down, but this Pooran can't.
Yeah. A good form Marsh, right? And even Markram. Yeah. Markram should help you score chasing 220s.
Wasn't it? That was the blueprint last season of those two are 1, 2, 3, and Marsh got shitloads of runs. And they looked absolutely fine. And Pooran started the season like a runaway train, didn't he? He was going brilliant, and then he just stopped. The train fell off the tracks completely. And you'd think Pant got 100 last year in one of them and stank for every other game, didn't he? That's in my head as his season. Actually, did that happen? Pant got 100 and everything else was
the
rubbish.
last game.
Yeah.
That's true. He scored 40 runs outside that and 127 versus RCB, which they lost.
Because if you read those names out and you go, right, Mitchell Marsh, Aidan Markram, Nicholas Pooran, Rishabh Pant, that sounds really fun. Sounds like you got a proper batting line up there. But if they're not in form, you're done. And then when Chowdhury played that innings right at the start of the season, which is as good a knock from an unknown, a relative unknown that I've ever seen. It was amazing.
Ooh.
You think, well, they've got something to work with here, but they just look. I mean, Marsh, for even though he's got 48 runs, he hasn't looked good at all, has he? In this knock,
I think that both of them have gone up the intent here too, because both of them have tried to whack Bishnell's first ball. This one off Marsh hits his pad and dribbles off for a single. So they need 69 of 34. So they've decided it's go time. So it's a high percentage chance of a sicket here, and he's bowled him. Well, that was easy. Hey, drop that out, guys. Put that out. I could not have called that any better. It just felt like they were going to go, and neither of them looked like they were quite in the touch to do it. He's gone for a big slog sweep across the line and missed it and got bowled.
That was there to be hit.
And Bishnoi's giving it the old "you're in my notebook" celebration.
Kesrick Williams.
Kesrick. He was a funny man. Did you know him, Jared?
Yeah,
Kesrick?
I really like Kesrick. He would up until not that long ago, he would occasionally just call me and chat.
Nice,
really, really nice guy. Very full of energy and life, I would say.
That just
was he the one? Yeah, who was stuck in the? There was a typhoon or a cyclone or something. That was Kesrick Williams in 2020 or 2019. I'm forgetting who the cricketers were. Like they helped evacuate the town and all of that or something, or they were stuck in the middle of it. Something had happened. I'm forgetting.
Very confident young man, I would say.
I think the market has moved too much for him getting out.
Agree.
I think
though, maybe it's people now realise that after Mukul Chowdhury, they know who. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, but a minute ago they showed Mohammad Shami padded up on the boundary.
Yeah, but we knew this anyway. But if they're going to chase it, right, it's 5 overs of these two bossing it. And I don't think all that Himmat was doing really was delaying the entry point of a guy that can do it for sure. And so here he is. He's got his chance. The run rate is not out of hand for somebody that has played the innings that he has. 12.5 is not mental, considering what bowlers they've got left. So who have they got to take apart here? You got one Jofra, which we know can be got at these days. You know, he's not been that successful at the end of his spells.
You've got two Bridgesh.
Two Bridgesh who you think could go, and then you've got another Bishnoi. I don't think it's 1 in 7, but 1 in 8 the market does. But the market knows more than I do. 1 in 8? Yeah. Is it 1 in 8?
Also,
isn't it?
I think it's more likely than 1 in 8. It's more like 1 in 5, 1 in 4 for me even. I still give them a higher chance. And for what it's worth, Rob, thank you, Anurag and random person. I did say Himmat will score 15 or maybe 15 to 20. He got out for 15. So thank you.
Boom.
Been that kind of a day for me.
Both of you putting me to shame today. What I'm trying to do actually is ask Jared a question that he can't get exactly correct. What was the latest one, Jared? I forgot it.
Wasn't the glasses. You did one after the glasses.
Yeah, there was one after the glasses. Yeah, I think the answer might have been 2, and you got it.
I don't understand. What's
Somebody
happening.
put in the chat.
It's like I could see what number you're about to say before you say it.
Yeah, it's
because with that one, it happened so casually that for a minute I was like, have I just guessed another one?
Yeah. Going back to Mr. Mercedes, which we were talking about when it comes to like mind.
Oh, Mukul!
Oh, hello, Mukul. Welcome.
He's got the wide full ball outside off stump, and he's like, yeah, but I hit the ball to the leg side, and we all know this, and he hits it over the leg side for 6.
I mean, that's shot of the day by a million miles. This boy hits the ball so clean. That's so clean.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, well,
if these guys win it, it could be with like 6 or 7 sixes, and every single one's going to be on the leg side, isn't it?
They could win this with an over to spare. They could. If these two stay in, they could win it with an over to spare. That 8 was massive.
Oof. By the way, fun fact, Mukul Chaudhary and Karthik Sharma trained at the same academy. Like same academy, both are wicketkeeper batters. So which is why the running joke has been, has CSK, paid the big bucks for the wrong wicketkeeper batter? Like, should they have gone for Mukul and not Karthik? So
I mean, what a talent he is.
that was a shot and a half, man.
It was a wrong one too. I don't know if he picked it. I don't think it mattered.
Exactly. And it was too full as well, in all fairness.
To get it
Prab-
that out the middle, surely.
Prab says, being cricket nuts, do you all fetishize play international
Oh, wow.
cricket? As this one is hit down the ground.
Jared,
First
I'm
six by
really
Mitch Marsh
impressed.
by Nandre Berger.
I'm not going to lie. I've been impressed by a lot of things you've done, Jared, but you being able to read fetishize out of FT size is right up there.
Is that not fetishized? I think it is fetishized, isn't it?
It makes sense, but I was like, FT
Do you want to
size,
know why
what
I can
on
do
earth?
it? Because
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic.
Fantasize?
Oh, it might be
Fantasize
fantasy.
fair.
He might be saying fantasy cricket. I don't know.
But both make sense. Both make sense.
Is that like a computer game or an app?
No, like just dreaming or thinking about playing international cricket. That's it. Just.
Oh,
like you guys ever-
okay.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Anyway, that was a very big six. How much did that change the odds? 10%?
one in 3. It was 1 in 8 2 balls ago. It was 1 in
Whoa.
3 now.
The big six that in that terms of the game. Sometimes actually a six is more than a six, which is what Rob
That's a
Barron
wild
tells me.
swing.
Yeah, when the market understands that it's a very important shot. Berger again to Mitch Marsh, who hits this to cover. Do you all fantasize playing international cricket?
Oh yeah.
I don't, but I can tell you why. There's a very specific reason. I know so much about cricket and think about cricket all day that if I fantasize doing it when I'm trying to get to bed, I will end up spending 3 or 4 hours in like some weird sort of like loop where I don't sleep. So I don't.
But when you were
really
younger?
fantasize about it. Yeah, when I was younger, obviously. But even then,
Yeah.
very early on, I realized if I thought about cricket, I wouldn't sleep. So it doesn't work for me. Oh, he's hit this straight up in air as Mitch
Gone.
Marsh. It was the wide, slower one. It should be caught. Rian Parag made it look slightly tougher than it needed to be. And I think that's game over.
Are you saying
I mean,
Shami
there's
is
still Mukul.
I know.
Shami and Mukul is the best partnership in cricket.
Yeah. Oh, good catch.
14.
Yep. And to be fair, is Archer done or Archer has another over left?
One more for Jofra.
Okay, so I think Jofra bowls the next over. If Mukul survives that, he's got 2 of Brijesh and 1 of Bishnoi, which I don't think is too bad. I would actually back my odds.
Who's
or
more
place my odds
likely?
on-
Who is Shami more likely to go out against?
Oh, he's getting out to Jofra because man's going to go for his shots. Man doesn't
What
care
about
about
leg
the
spinner, though?
situation. If Jofra's coming in next, whoever comes in next, Shami goes out. Shami is not lasting the 17th over. That's my point. It doesn't matter who bowls. Look at Shami, the way he's walking in. Like a man on a mission. The way he's just swinging his bat. And love him. Yeah. All right, it's a strategic time out there.
How do you mark this down in your notes, Rob? Marsh's knock. I'm going to say in form but can't hit boundaries. But this is a tricky wicket. Not many people have hit boundaries on it.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. It's like a perfectly fine 50, but no turbo, just no gear. The interesting thing, a guy that I thought his 5th gear might be gone showed us that he still has it. Is Klassen the other day of those 13 balls of mayhem. That was fun. Good to see him belting it everywhere. So he can do it. And the interesting thing is he did it from ball 1, which I didn't think he could. So he's not done it when it's been set, but when he wandered in with 3 overs left, he just went mental. Yeah, it was all right from Marsh. I don't think we've learned much about anybody in this second innings, have we? Really? Like Pant came in just wild nonsense by. Markram didn't like it and slogged out. Pooran did his absolute best and ended up improving his season strike rate by getting a strike rate 88. Yeah, they're a rubbish team like now.
Yeah. Also, I know we'll talk about this later in the podcast, but it's not made me feel that much more warm about Rajasthan this game.
No, because the other team Bloody hell. They've been traded at 1.15 Lucknow to win this match. 1.15 Lucknow were. Well done, everyone.
What stage is that? Did they lose their 5th wicket, maybe?
I mean, were they ever really 87% to win this cricket match? Let's try and work out when that was. 77 for 5? 110 for 6? I mean, nah.
87 is a bit much. But yeah.
You'd have to think they were going to make 130 to 140, wouldn't you? To think it was an 87% chance. Because there was always something in this surface. I was with Akshay. I thought the 80% was probably wrong, but maybe not as much as he did. Just because Archer and Jofra are always a chance of getting early wickets. I didn't expect a fucking bonus run out, of course.
The thing that Chowdhury did in that amazing innings was he strike hogged, didn't he? And he marshalled. Which you have to do when the tail's this shit. I mean, this is embarrassing, isn't it? When Shami's walking out now and you've got Mossin, Digvesh and Mayank. I mean, that's 0 runs, isn't it? 9, 10, 11. That's nothing. That's
but
three
I
numbers.
fully expect.
And the number 10's and number 8.
And despite this, don't be surprised if Shami goes swinging first ball versus an Andre Berger. Don't be surprised.
Was it Shami who broke his arm in Adelaide?
Yep.
In the 36 all-out game, yeah.
Yeah. Cummins to Shami.
First ball, Mohammad Shami. I want to say edges. He pushes this in the air to cover.
I think he tried to leave it after he'd played it out of the middle of the bat. I'm going to watch this again.
What it was...
Sounds like him.
Yeah, it hit the middle of the bat and then he left it. So he went...
That Marsh wicket would have been a wide, by the way, as well.
Oh, was it that wide?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It is
I don't know
possible
where
he
he was
hit
trying
that as he was trying to leave it. You're right. And got it to cover.
Yeah, it's a fun shot.
Who is the best... Oh, he almost gets caught behind here next ball. Who is the best scoring batter off the leave in Test cricket?
Feels like Smith.
No. There's a very specific answer, and you should know this, Rob. It's an English player. It is a bit obscure.
Are we talking ages ago?
No, that, pre-Bazball.
Jack Leach?
It was a top order player. So, Cricinfo used to have a thing on their site that would say most productive shot. And for the first 50 balls of this guy's innings, another big six by Shami this time, though. He just hoiks that across the line. Take that, bitches. He screams. Well, I assume.
Shami.
Oh, wow. He's whacked it. He's whacked the heck out of the ball there.
Andre Berger's walking back going, how has this happened? Yeah, so Cricinfo used to have a thing. They might still have it, but it used to have a thing that said most productive shot. And for the first 50 balls of this guy's innings, quite often his most productive shot would say leave. And it's because he had this uncanny ability to leave the ball off the middle of the bat past third slip.
No, it's not going into my head.
Joe Denley.
Ah.
And I've looked it up. It plays. He hit so many boundaries playing the leave. Probably more boundaries playing the leave than he did playing any shots.
He's a strange cricketer. I remember the very start. I had a mate who was big on Kent cricketers back in the day, and he was talking about Denley from when he was like in the youth setup, and he was like, he's going to be featuring the captain. He's absolutely awesome.
Everyone thought that, yeah.
And he was really, really good, Denley, at the start, wasn't he? And he got in the.
He played for England when he was 19, 20.
Yeah, he was very, very highly thought of. But he dropped the easiest catch I think I've ever seen. Joe Denley, look that one up. It's incredible.
Did he also take a
Bridge
blinder?
short ball, and this is hit to cover, and that's the game, is it?
Good catch from Parag. Is he definitely caught that? He's celebrating like he has.
If he hasn't definitely caught that, this is going to completely change social media for the next week, because he could not have celebrated it more like it was. I thought it was fine though.
It's just whether he's rolled on the ball after. That's the only thing I thought might have happened. He's took it very cleanly. Let's watch. I think he's kept his hands under the ball.
Fine, yeah.
That's
interesting there that Mukul was trying to hit that on the leg side and it went to the offside again. Shades of a young Roloff van der Merwe. He's not always quite sure which direction the ball's going to come off his blade. So he went for 7 off 3. Didn't quite give us the Obed McCoy 6 off 2, Rob, but gave it a go.
Yeah, it's nice. That Roloff van der Merwe, his first game for South Africa, cost me an absolute fortune. I may as well tell this story now because we know he's going to win the game. I'd backed. I think their only opener was, it may have been Bosman, it may have been Gibbs. They only had one opener in the squad anyway. So it was like, who is going to be the other opener? And everyone just assumed one of the other bats would slide up. But I knew that Robin Peterson had been opening domestically for probably Dolphins, feels about right. And Robin Peterson was 80-1 because the bookies didn't know who he was, 80-1 to score the most runs that day for South Africa. So I was living in Ireland at the time, and I went round all the Paddy Power shops, and they know nothing about cricket in Ireland. They certainly didn't then. And I was just having like 25 euros on Robin Peterson to get the top bat that day at 80-1, and they were just waving him through. And I was driving around and going around all these shops over and over again. And I got quite a lot on. I can't remember exactly, but I got loads on at 80-1. And he opened the batting, and the best thing happened. He opened the batting and they were collapsing and he was staying in. So they were like, I can't remember. Let's say they're 70 for 5 and he's 30. And I'm like, I'm going to win here. And the guy I didn't know anything about was Roloff van der Merwe. So Peterson gets out and Roloff van der Merwe came in, as usual, with his helmet pulled completely over his face. And he obviously won the top bat and killed me. But I think his control percentage was negative. Yep. He was dropped like 4 times. Not a single shot went in the direction where he's playing it. He's playing massive heaves like this, and he's getting boundaries over there.
It's the first time I ever saw a guy try to hit the ball to the leg side and hit multiple sixes to the offside.
Yeah.
and
one
I remember,
was over point.
Yeah.
One was over point.
And it was, as Paul Muhammad Shami has been bowled by Brajesh. Good bowling by the young man there, Yorker.
I did say he's not lasting beyond the 17th over.
You did. And the funny thing was, Roloff never played really he played like that for 2 games, Rob, and then just went back to being a normal cricketer after that. By the end, he was like a really boring anchor, right?
Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
It's like they told him he was Shahid Afridi when he debuted, and then afterwards he was just every other South African middle order player.
Yeah, so they were. I was right. Robin Peterson opened the batting with Herschel Gibbs. Robin Peterson, Herschel Gibbs, A.B. de Villiers, Jean-Paul Duminy, Albie Morkel, Mark Boucher. None of them get any runs apart from Robin Peterson, who gets 34. And Roloff van der Merwe against Australia comes in and bashes 48 off 30. I'm going to get the commentary up and just read his innings just to put myself through the turmoil again. And I guarantee you it's going to say misjudged, mistimed, dropped, nonsense. Who is this man? But yeah, he never did anything with the bat after. And I always thought he was capable when he tried to whack of just doing the Narayan and looking like he's not looking at the ball, but somehow getting loads of runs.
We just got one from Rohit who says here, look up the last ball, Trinidad Tobago versus Leewards. Is this the game that was called off because the pitch was unsafe?
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, the Seals.
The one,
horrible. Absolutely horrible watch that is.
It's like the old whacker pitches when they used to crack up, right? And they had
how on earth? Look, when you watch that ball and the batsman, I don't know who the batsman is, but the batsman is absolutely furious that it's nearly taken his head off. He's booting the helmet all around the park, is it? But that shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't have let it get to that. That's proper dangerous, right? There's a certain skill that these guys have to develop to avoid 90 miles an hour balls at their heads, right? And they're really, really skillful at it. But when the pitch is misbehaving like that, that is proper dangerous. That can kill people. Or it can.
Have you ever seen the old clips of the whacker, the Sheffield Shield second 11 games?
It's terrifying.
Yeah,
absolutely terrifying.
Because
you can't play it. You can't play it. You can't play it. It's
I think there's one also with David Saker. I can't remember if that was at the whacker as well, where he comes in and he just bowls a ball on a good length and it goes over the guy's head. Yeah, and you just see everyone go, "Oh shit! This is it is." There's no way that the geometry, the physics of that ball could have got in that direction. I played in a club game in England on a wet wicket, and we thought it was dry enough when we went out to bat. And the first ball of the innings, the guy went to play a forward defence, and the ball bounced over his head.
Shit. Did you carry on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won that game, Rob. And it was like that. That wicket was like that all day. It had goose shit on it.
I've played on goose shit pitches. That's
Yeah.
tough. That is really, because you don't want to field properly.
Nope.
Because you're covered in goose shit.
Because goose shit. We won that game. I think we were chasing about 110, and we were about 15 for 5 when I went in. And I put on a 70-run partnership with Alistair Cook's brother, Chris.
Nice.
Yeah, lovely guy. Really nice guy.
Here's the first over. Hussey, it must be David Hussey. Hussey to Van der Merwe, gets on his knee and slog sweep him, and the ball somehow falls short of deep square. That's his first over that he's batted. Squirts one to backward point. Then the commentary said, so this can't be true. Great stuff from Hopes as he fires it in on the block hole outside off, and the batsman swings hard, but the ball takes the under edge and just misses the stumps. Okay, cool. How many of these? Hussey to Van der Merwe, 6 runs, steps down the track, and he's got enough power and wood behind the ball to clear long off. In fact, it's a miss hit just over his head. Thank you. Nice one. Makes a bit of room and swings a full delivery across the line that that just beats mid-wicket. Drops the length short, and Van der Merwe swings and misses it completely. He's still 20 runs short of killing me at this point of every single... And then, guess who he takes down, Jared? Guess which Australian bowler does Van der Merwe, on debut, take down?
It's not Mick
Watson?
Lewis. Oh, is it?
It's a T20, yeah. Is it 2008, 9, I
Mitch
think we're
Stark?
talking about here.
It was, let me see, 2009 in Centurion.
Yeah. Stark, I don't think had made his debut till then. So Watson, I want to say, or else...
Watson would have played for ages if it's on debut. It couldn't be Watson.
Wait, the bowler's also on debut?
Oh, Peter Siddle. Is it Peter Siddle?
Nope.
Peter Siddle's first ball in international cricket hit Gautam Gambhir in the head.
So,
Ooh.
oh wow, this is how the over panned out. Bracken, spoiler alert, it's Nathan Bracken.
Was it Nathan Bracken?
Bracken to Van der Merwe,
Oh.
6 runs, going, gone, swings him straight back over his head. Next ball makes room to club him down the ground, and he swings and misses it completely, somehow misses the stumps. Full toss outside off, scoops him high over cover. Then no ball, then 4. This is a miss it, and it still goes for 4. This is his batting. Tries to pull him over the onside, but the ball balloons over the offside and finds the boundary at deep backward point. Then he's dropped, swings wildly again, and the ball goes for broke. He's in. That's not correct.
Oh, great catch here by Juve Durrell. Mayank was in, and he tried to guide the ball down to third, and he's got it off the face of the bat, and somehow Juve Durrell managed to take the catch. Sorry, brilliant effort. Why are they reviewing this?
Because they have to review everything to move
No. Why are they fucking review? Did I miss something?
I'm guessing... yeah, because they have the reviews. That's
Maybe because he landed on the ground.
What's there to be reviewed? Oh,
It's just that he made the review symbol. That's what's confusing me.
Wait, is it an umpire's review or has the batter reviewed it? I think
That's
it's an
what I
umpire's-
It's a very obvious catch. So why is he
I think it's an
reviewing?
umpire's review. I don't think the batter has reviewed it. It's the umpire just... Yeah.
I think there is a little bobble in his hand, perhaps, Rob. I don't think he dropped it, but I wondered if there was. Oh my
Yes.
God. Mayan Gadav has the worst helmet hair. His hair was looking on point before.
He is a man that looked like he'd not played for a long time today. Because he was like very exciting, and 2 years ago when you and I were doing Cricket 8 stuff, Jared, I was really, really excited about Mayank Yadav, and he looked like somebody that's been injured for ages today.
Well, what was interesting is he was still over 90 miles an hour, Rob, but everyone's over 90 miles an hour because they've juiced up the speed guns quite clearly in this tournament.
Yeah.
And so he didn't look that much faster than some of the other guys, right?
No, I thought he looked way down on pace compared to the very exciting man that we saw a couple of years ago. And he wasn't bowling lots of amazing balls, which he always did. He just looked like a hit me guy. But he has been injured for ages, you can forgive him. But if you're getting belted on this pitch, there's something wrong, isn't there? He's undercooked, clearly.
Moshin Khan plays this from square leg.
So I am massively cheering 2 dot balls or 2 non-wickets, the next 2 balls, because if Bishnoi gets a wicket, it's a very good day for me. If he gets another one. I did a stupid bet on loads of people to get 2 wickets, and they all have apart from Bishnoi. So I need dot and then Bishnoi to bowl, which he may or may not. It's up to them what they do.
But
Yeah,
so are
it
you
could be
feeling comfortable
British.
by the way that Motion is at square leg for every single delivery?
He's basically trying to shake hands with the square leg umpire before blocking the ball every time.
What's weird about it is he's not backing away like some people do when they're afraid, although he might be afraid, because he's then coming back towards the ball to play a fairly straight bat, nice shot. It's just that he's starting his position from square leg every time.
Yeah,
he's also got that little ingenue thing that we talked about, 1950s American movies where they kick their back leg out before they kiss someone. He's lost his middle stump, Rob.
upsetting.
119 all out. It's not 119 all out surface, but you know, welcome to Lucknow, really. I think is maybe something that you should learn there. The game early on, it looked like Lucknow were all over Rajasthan, but a decent knock by Ravi Jadeja and a really good little cameo by Shubham Dubey at the end got them up to 159, which we thought was probably not enough, but at least they could defend it. But in response, Badoni made a duck, Rishabh Pant made a duck, Aiden Markram made a duck. And realistically, as often happens with Lucknow, other players were in for a long period of time, but didn't actually have any form at all. And the Jofra Archer and Andre Berger partnership looked excellent early on. That's it. That's it. Us done for the day. Some of us will come back for a podcast in a minute, but other people will never come back. That's the end of them. Some people, when like to change the names of things, and when they get engaged to someone, they don't know how to say fiance. Anyway, we'll be back very shortly for a podcast here on Combox. Combox. The game lives on.